Once we had decided to attend the Flesh and Blood World Championship 2022, we asked ourselves, what, if anything, significant or memorable could we contribute to this once-in-a-lifetime event? Looking for an adequate way to celebrate the great coming together and commemorate the recent 3-year anniversary, we remembered Pro Tour Lille. The box opening collab was great fun. If not at Worlds, when and where should we open another Crucible of War 1st Edition box? However, the idea of a simple repetition did not sit well with us. After 3 years of trials and tribulations, maybe it would be a better idea to make a journey back in time and open one box of each set. And to make it real special and create memories by sharing memories, invite good company to join the openings and share the walk down memory lane, and even do some good along the way. We decided that this was the way to go. Contacts were made, feedback was given, dates were set. And then, coming together in San Jose, the time had come to open the boxes on site. Of each box, cards were chosen to be amplified in worth by special signature and to be finally auctioned off for a good cause. The story of this journey is told by this series of videos. The story of a journey back in time, remembering the past, celebrating the present, en route to a plentiful future. White Rabbit Community Game Store presents a Memories Creating Memories production. A Journey Back in Time box opening series.
Einprügeln, very gentle.
I think we've been doing okay.
I'm still in San Francisco. Probably would have picked on the platform.
And I do love the band.
That got me very excited.
Go on in, yeah. Another really big card.
Recorded on site in San Jose, California.
This is all it is right here.
We opened yesterday. The journey I've had with this set.
During the World Championship 2022 weekend.
Also, I'm surprised by the number of brute foils.
Community members from all around the world joined to open one box each set.
Oh.
Key card for like an OT case.
Just rolling when you were behind.
And he brings them over.
Quite a lot.
Maybe I'll go through
Oh,
this.
we've got
And picked cards to be signed and auctioned off for a good cause. Sharing and creating memories in flesh and blood. Hello and welcome to our journey back in time. This is Heiner from White Rabbit Community Game Store. Thanks for tuning in. Starting in November 2022, our first stop is History Pack 1. In this case, the German black bordered edition. Tagging along for this one are 2 members of the team L'Oeil du Fidia. Content creators extraordinaire, casters, streamers, players, moderators, a fantastic team from France, and we are very happy that this worked out on site in San Jose. Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit today. We are at Worlds and we are doing a box of the Journey Back in Time box opening series. With me I have 2 members of team L'Oeil du Fidia, c'est correct?
Yes, correct.
We're very happy to have you 2 here. Your day was as strenuous as mine, I suppose.
It was very tiring.
Yeah.
I'm on staff, so still having the stuff.
Yeah.
And Pedro.
It was a tiring day with the jet lag and the difficult matchups, but I ended up 4-4 at World Championship.
Okay.
So it's an okay result, but I drop and we play the calling tomorrow.
Okay.
Normally that's your specialty.
Yeah, I do. But
After
I'm
that
the
you
calling,
go
so.
on good places and calling.
Okay. Then good luck with the calling tomorrow. For today, to all of us, good luck. If you are not fully aware what is happening here, we are at Worlds and we will be opening one box of each set. Cards will be picked from these boxes, whichever ones, and I hope that James White will pick of those 6, sign them, and we will auction them off for a good cause. That's the general idea. Now this is the HP1 German box. I didn't have a French one available, but I'm very happy to have you 2 here because you also had a French product in France, and that also connects it to the History Packs 1. So have you opened German ones before?
Never. That would be my first.
Okay, so let's
Normally
see.
I'm lucky with opening. Like we open one French one, like we had 3, and Romain opened it for everyone, and he just put label on it. And
Okay.
I had the one with the
Marvel.
marble
Yeah.
and the tunic.
Really?
Yeah.
Which marble did you get?
The Dorinthia.
Very
Yeah,
beautiful.
apparently this is the best one in French. I don't know why. Apparently, depending on the languages, some are more wanted than the other because the name is looking better in this language.
Yeah.
So I think it's a chantefer that people love the French version of Dorinthia.
Okay. So let's hope for another one. We know how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's for the
so
good
what-
cause. So.
I pick it. Like there were 2 of them, and I pick one. So I'm hoping I can do the ASMR stuff. It's like I can maybe divide this in 3, or you are just watching.
Sure.
or-
No, I'm fine with anything.
I don't remember how many boosters.
36.
36, so it's divided by
12
3.
each. Yeah. Enough, 12 and 12 in
And
the
normally
middle,
this
right
will
for
be
you.
12 first.
Okay.
So what do we do in parallel?
No, yeah, you have to go in time, right? How much time do we have?
Like 15 to 20 minutes.
And then we can go in sequence, I suppose. And if time's crunching, we can go in parallel.
So you get one, and one.
Yeah.
Okay. Camera is here.
Yeah. If you can do it.
I want to scratch them. I love the paper feelings of boosters. Do you remember how it's going in these boosters?
The last 2.
The last 2 are the
Yeah.
most important.
Or the last 3 maybe. 3 rares.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that?
Which one?
Kieferklau?
Yeah, Kieferklau, correct?
Wow.
I've done German before.
Yeah, you have?
Never did.
I forget it, but
Yeah,
separate the
same with me when it comes to French.
I'm just sometimes you take a look at the name and you are not sure how to pronounce that. And I know you don't love to put space on
Yeah.
words. That's what I remember. And I suppose Zurück is meaning like ether. Something like that.
Zurück is like backwards.
Oh. There is 2 backward stuff.
Yeah, oh, there's many different.
And so it's 2 rare
Okay.
again. Here we are.
My turn. And the French product was received well by the French community. I heard the Discord exploded. Not regarding the translation,
Yeah.
but it helped the game.
It's-
a lot.
Yeah, it sold out, and like we went from 300 to more than 1,000 players on Discord, on the French Discord,
Okay.
in a few months. It was crazy.
From 300 to 1,000.
Yeah, no, Pedro has like, he say if we are 1,000 people on the Discord, I will throw a party. And previously, in a previous life, it was a salsa teacher.
Okay.
So he will he will teach salsa on a big event happening in Paris in
And
December.
it's still to happen. Okay.
So we will have a big event in Paris, and it's already sold out. I think
Sold out
Yeah.
in like a few hours.
people are coming from everywhere in France just to be there for the 1,000 party.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
The spark
Majestic,
of genius.
are
Yeah,
you-
I'm gonna see.
You are gonna.
Majestic.
I'm doing that as well. So. And so the event is sold out, and we will have like a party in the evening and tournaments, side events. And
Okay, community coming together. Right?
yeah, we will probably be streaming it, and
Yeah.
James Floyd told me he had a surprise for this tournament, but I don't know what it is yet.
so we have to wait.
Yes.
But he's aware of it, and he has
Yes, because we
promised to
tweet
surprise.
it, and I don't know. I think he likes us. So when we
Yeah.
tweet something, he's pretty happy that the French community is growing. So
Majestic.
Yeah.
I don't want to try to pronounce it.
Schädelhorn.
Wow.
That's easy in German. You pronounce every letter.
Yeah, it's rough. As rough as you can possibly pronounce it, it's probably correct.
There is some,
The exact opposite of French.
yeah, basically. Do you think that maybe the surprise is having Eye of Ophelia translated correctly? Because you
Is
know,
it not?
so it's a snatch. That's cool. So when we created the channel, we just translate it directly. So in English it's Eye of Ophelia. So in French we say l'œil d'Ophelia. But when they translate it l'œil d'Ophidie and not l'œil d'Ophelia. So the French card is not the same as the channel. That's a bit sad, but
Quick.
Another majestic.
that's a good one.
Yeah, in German it wasn't perfect as well, obviously. And one thing in particular stuck out, at least in my eyes, the Arc Knight.
Oh. That's important for the new mecha spoiler.
You're not the lucky one, right?
It was like Rise of the Arc Knight, which is a game in the word Arc Knight in English, because there is one K missing, right? Yeah.
Not translated well.
Translated didn't get that, so they made it the Arc Knight, like day and night.
Exactly like the same in France. Not the knight like with the horse.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
How many letters are in this card name?
Too many.
Too many.
But you know, I know for all the TCG it's very challenging. There are a limitation of how many characters they can put here. So I know that translating German is one of the challenging parts because the names are longer than in English. But
Yeah.
Azalia will become great.
Yeah, hope so.
People are saying.
Yeah.
She's having good card in the new sets.
It's already not as bad as it used to be. They made top
That's a
8
very
in a few
honest
tournaments.
assessment.
No, Azalia, she won a
tournament.
tournament, like a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Belgium we have some people really fan of her. So, how do you pronounce that?
That's a very Einprügeln, very gentle
Einprügeln.
German word. Yeah, Einprügeln.
You don't pronounce the L?
Go, see, yeah,
No?
go.
Okay.
We have some. There is some card in French who we really like the name, and so we love to use the French name instead of the English name. And one of it is Shock Slam. Étouffe-claque. Étouffe-claque is sounding so much fun in French. Like it's.
The audience is not agreeing.
Étouffe-claque is so
And
so
so
fun.
when Romain was doing commentating, we asked him to always say the French version of the cards because it's so much funnier in French.
And Pommel is Rossage.
Rossage
really
is
good
good also. I don't know if you have that also for German cards. Like some of them are more
Yeah, some are
funny
pretty
or
funny. Snap is such an example.
Snap?
It's Schnapper. That's
Which
very,
means?
if you you cut a good deal when you buy something. That's a Schnapper.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have a weird thing also. We had arm, which is bras in French, arm, and weapon in French is arm. So they mistake in the translation, and we have some arm equipment that are weapons.
Yeah.
I have to burn you, Majesty. I'm doing that.
I don't do that.
Sorry. Some people are better than that.
Yeah.
You're better at playing.
Not today.
Big
flag.
flag. Oh, do they also do that to you to change the name of the hero?
No.
They replace all the car in French by a C. And like Cano is with a C. And Cats.
No, I don't think so.
Rare and a majestic.
You see? You can do it. We are waiting for the Marvel.
Yes, we are.
Let's cross fingers.
When I'm opening, it's Uprising. You know, you can open it here,
If you're just looking
and
for
you
the
look at
Marvel,
the second one. And if there is a back like that, you can have a special card in the other way. but also it can be a double face marble card. So the most exciting way to open boosters is to open them like that and just take a look at the second one. And you say, oh no, it's a token, and then you do that, and there is a cold foil, and sometimes you have a cold foil. It's like a way to have a emotional, roller coaster emotion. But that's just too rare. It's a good way to do it. I like it. I have too much Uprising boosters.
2 weeks ago we played sealed team tournaments with 1 box of each.
Okay.
For a team you have a box and you have to make 3 decks and you battle against the other teams. With HP1 it was really great.
Yeah?
Really fun.
Okay.
Best card in fashion.
Runengazing. Did I get it?
That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, you don't want to say it to me, it's awful.
This means blood in French.
Yeah.
Sang.
Sang is blood. So, probably...
Gesang is like, it's
Blood,
like chant.
blood rune.
Another one. Oh. It's not play, so I did not recognize the cards. I never saw it was like
energy potion.
Arm like that. Not energy potion.
No.
It's
No, potion of
potion of
strength.
strength.
Yeah.
But I never see that the art was like that.
Yeah, most arts are amazing in fashion world.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Okay.
pretty happy that there is so much artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
spent the
seven.
first 4 hours in the artist area. It's everywhere I go.
Oh, you also have the problem here.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Is there a lot of people playing with German card?
No, just a few. But it's
They're
also
just opening for Marvel.
some are, and also as long as we don't have a German rule book, it doesn't really help to have German cards.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
That was one of the topic in the judge conference.
Yeah.
Another Majesty.
Most of the
Really carry on.
most of the people in France, the local game store, they don't wanna buy French products and sell French products, English products, because French player doesn't speak that good English, so they don't wanna order English products. And once the French product arrive, all the shop order it and sell it, and now there is so many players.
It brings a lot of new players.
And they want to play only in French, so it's difficult for them because not all the cards from the 3 first extension are in HP1.
Yeah.
But in some calling event, they were doing special side events with only cards from HP. So it's like a special format. I think Dash is a good deck in this format.
Dash is always a good deck.
Why are you not playing her then?
Not skill enough.
So I can do pew pew when I'm watching you. Ravaging beatdown. I love this one. I'm happy like now Dash has a very cool pew pew stuff. A better pew pew.
And it's a good Majestic.
Yeah.
And another one.
Oui.
Do you remember the name of this one?
This one?
Yeah, in English? It's a trap, right?
Yeah, it's Feign Death.
Yeah.
I was testing you. I have no idea what was the intro.
It's a really good card against Kano.
Okay. Here you are. Last one for everybody.
Yeah.
No, you still have two.
Let's hope we still got something in here. At least I can
Maybe I
enlighten
picked the
strike.
wrong one. If you open the other one, I want to know what's inside.
This one.
Oh, that's a good one.
All
Love
right.
it, right?
I love it.
Last round.
I
for-
play it in both formats, World Championship.
What were you playing?
Viserai?
On CC?
Yeah, and Chain in Blitz.
It was Blitz or CC today?
CC.
You would have preferred the opposites?
I don't know.
You would like to play Chain again?
Yeah. I will play the Battle Arnet on Sunday, maybe.
No, you will be doing day 2 calling.
Not sure. We'll see.
You need to be more confident. Another Majesty.
Last chance.
Okay, I'm doing wrong. Pedro is
Okay, last pack.
watching me. It's always in the last one. Always.
Let's hope so. No.
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 I do still have a bunch of Majesty.
Yeah.
So,
Nice ones.
do you already have some cards? Like, if we pick maybe a better
We,
class or...
No.
Yes, I think that these are...
These are the 3 best, yeah.
These are the one played, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was Majesty.
Yeah.
It's played in Bria a lot. I would push the Dasher because I love her and I think she will be better in the next sets.
Mm-hmm.
But Cano is also very strong and I can pin her into her because of Marcel. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, it's your turn. My preference wouldn't count if I had one.
I think
It's just the 2.
the best card is... My favorite card is this one.
So it was on the short list of both of us.
You can take as many as you want. You can take 2. You can take the Glint and the Spark of Genius, no problem.
But
or all of them.
Oh, we can just put all of them.
Yeah, but then again, if we pull something something good in the Crucible first box, it's all gonna be in the same pool to be referred out.
So it's better to have like
Only good
just
cards.
one, I think. So let's remove that. But we were both agree we prefer this one. So
That one?
yeah,
Okay.
you're sure? You seem not sure.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
I think
It's-
this is
it's
the
your
one
choice.
who will be played the most. Yeah, I think so. It's
Okay.
a good card.
We're gonna go with that one. And just the one? Or do you want to put a second one?
But if you are putting some legendaries or stuff like that in the other boosters,
I
I
hope
don't
so.
want to lower the curve. This is why I'm
that's-
putting only one.
That's the game in the game here.
Maybe because it's from Crucible and Crucible is really hard to get. But Arcanizing is hard to get also, so
Yeah.
that's the same.
I prefer this one.
Okay,
Okay.
Spark of
And-
Genius it is. Genialer Funke.
Genialer Funke.
Genialer Funke. Ja.
Genialer Funke.
Geniestreich wäre auch schön gewesen. Das hätte besser gepasst.
What?
Geniestreich. That would be the German translation.
Geniestreich?
I would have chosen. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Strike of Genius.
Yeah.
Strike of Genius.
That's
Spark
how
of
you.
Genius.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
Spark of Genius, but in
Yeah,
German
German
it's
Spark.
yeah,
Strike.
it's like strike. Yeah.
That was so nice, Planet.
Yeah, we did this for the nationals last year.
Good
It's
quality.
Battle of Agincourt.
Nice to have
Thank
done
you
that.
for having us.
Thank you
Yeah.
for your time.
Thanks to both of you. It
And-
was a long day. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Despite being so exhausted, you took the time.
And I will be happy if you pull more stuff.
Yeah.
And appreciate the initiative.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, we will,
okay,
we will
yeah.
see the video after.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
On our next episode.
Am I Jerry Lawler and you're JR, or am I JR and you're
Could be there.
JR? You be JR, I'll be Jerry Lawler, no
You
problem.
could also be just Matt DiMarco and
I can be Matt DiMarco and shoot from the hip like that. That's what I do. I can only be me.
Episode 2 Uprising with Matt DiMarco, December 8th, 2022. Yeah, it's true. The HP1 box was off to a slow start. We had no luck pulling legendaries, fables or even marvels, unfortunately. Although 36 packs were opened, there were not many cards Aurélie and Pedro would and could safely enter into the raffle. In the end, just one card was picked, a Spark of Genius, Genialer Funke, saving room for the big pulls yet to come. Speaking of which, our journey continues. We move on to June 2022, the release of Uprising, the latest standalone set, the one that plunged us right into the harsh and unforgiving land of Volcor and an ongoing civil war. A revolt of the oppressed, spearheaded by a hot-headed ninja, Fai, against the Imperials employing the power and might of draconic illusionists such as Dromai. Bringing Volcor's fire, Fai's speed, and Dromai's wits to this opening is none other than Matt DiMarco aka Flake. Best known as caster and writer for Flesh and Blood, host of the Instant Speed podcast, Castle Runner and Karaoke Connoisseur. With just a few minutes free on his tight schedule, this Sunday recording with Matt was guaranteed not to waste any time.
Matt DiMarco here, ready for some Uprising action. It is the Fab World Championships, but that's not all. Because right now we have the smackdown of actual cards that we can open. The only thing that's legal right now, screw Dynasty. We can't get it, you can't get it, so what the hell? We've got Uprising, you mofos, and this is all it is right here. It is an uprising of people all around the world here for some World Championship action, but this is for us right here.
Indeed it is, and we're gonna open it, and we're gonna pull the best cards out of this one, and you know what? It's for a good cause even.
So we're busting this bad boy open.
We shouldn't.
Full on people's elbow drop
You're
into
on a
it.
tough schedule, yeah.
I've got not much time because there's some sweet stuff to do, but I told you, I said, I would not miss this for the world. Cracking packs is what makes me horny, my friends. Well, not actually, but...
Man, I'm gonna get closer.
Alright, so let's bust it open now. What in your mind? Obviously you want to get something like Blood of the Drakai, but you want so much good stuff in here. Alright, rip it open. Let's go. Do we even need this box?
No! Smash it.
Doesn't matter at all. Alright.
So let's go. You're on a tight schedule. Let's shoot it.
Alright, so just bust through these brothers in arms. Cool. Okay. Foils are so nice. We love foils all the time, but we gotta get to the hot stuff here. Where's the goods of Fog Down?
I'm so hoping for a Heart of Drakai.
Not quite. Not this time. But hey, there's still, you didn't get to the back there. That's where the good stuff is.
You know what? Every pack's different, and I've been opening packs of different boxes all over the weekend. I'm not even sure this is here.
So we got a Fog Down.
Majestic. Fog Down. That's right.
Fog Down. Majestic. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just peel away that nonsense. We don't need that. Ember Blades for days. Forget it. Not interesting. Scar for a Scar. Wicked cool card. Searing Touch. Quelling Slipper. Sure. Dampen. What about an Invoke Necria? We like Invoke Necria. Yeah, and a Foil Icebind. That's pretty cool.
Foil Icebind. All right, let me see what's in here. We have got a Mounting Anger, a Hypothermia. This is going to be a good card as well.
Hypothermia is a very nice card.
Cold Snap, beautiful artwork, but not what we're looking for value-wise.
We can do better. We can do better.
We have to.
Double down on that one because Cold Snap Foil is not what we want. Icebind, not what we want.
Not
Hypothermia,
what we want.
Okay. Where's the cold foils? Where's the marbles?
Getting to the right direction.
I believe in you on this.
Marbles we need. We need a total time.
We need a total time because Federico is right there.
Yeah.
And maybe we get it signed. Maybe that'll bust up the value.
Maybe we get a double sign.
Double sign.
Double sign.
Ooh, now we're talking. We just turned this match into a triple threat. I love it.
All right, Succumb to Winter, but no Majestic. Polar Cap as the foil.
We can do better.
Still not it.
We can do better. Flex.
What you got? Flex. Yeah. Man, that one I'm pulling all the time.
And, okay, well, it's a foil Findos Fighting Spirit. That's not bad. What about in the back? Do we hiding anything here? No, it's garbage. It's okay. What do we got?
Next one. I'm going to check the back first. Okay.
No dice. No dice.
All right.
So all this means is that the good stuff's coming. It's heavy. It's at the bottom.
Burn them all. Yeah, the cold foils are heavier. They just sink down the bottom.
They just sink to the bottom. Yep. We're okay with that. But to burn them all is a great card. It's an awesome card to have.
What was your promo card for this set?
My promo card was, is that all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wrestling card. Absolutely. Once you drop the people's elbow.
No coincidence, right?
Ooh, no. I think they knew what they were doing. They wanted to give me that one the whole way through. All right, Mounting Anger. Who cares? Frightmare. That's a nice one. Right. That's fun. Halloween was just like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
You gotta get spooky, you gotta get scary. Trade-in, that's just chaff. We don't want that.
Alright,
Oh.
Chip, you got something?
I got something.
You got something?
I got something.
Alright, what you got?
Well, you open yours, but I got something that you might like, my friend.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and get something signed? Why don't we go ahead and sign
An Uvia!
Marvel Uvia. That's a beauty right
Yes,
there.
man.
All right. I mean, this has to go up into the auction.
It has to, of
I
course.
think so. I think that this is definitely one that we want to go ahead and pass along because look at this beauty. We're just talking about getting Marvel Dragon signed.
It's destiny, man, and fate will decide. I'm sure it will be in the ref.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, get those out of my grubby little nasty hands. We want actual people with, responsibility to hold these. Put that in a beautiful sleeve. Gorgeous,
A little
gorgeous.
sweat comes with the territory if you're sitting down there and casting all day.
I'm in there constantly just fiddling around with stuff. No. This is what I'm here for, man. I want to bust cards open. Well, we have foil Billing Mirage, it's a playable, but
Man, that artwork, it always gets me.
it's beautiful.
One of the most
Best artwork in my opinion. The prettiest foils come from Monarch. You see how like a beautiful Herald of Protection or something all foiled out?
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, no legendaries yet.
Yes.
Yes.
But we've got a very nice one.
All right, yeah, let's jam this in the middle. Let's not mess around here. We want to show this bad boy off.
It's not necessary. It's way too late for that.
No, we're good. We're good to go here. Conduit of Frostburn, garbage. How about Ice Eternal? Mirror guy. Okay. Nothing too special.
Rares, a Ronin Renegade.
Love it. Love it.
Yep. But no.
Crack
Not in
bauble.
here.
That could be anything. This is basically your
That's what
proxy for your
everybody's
Heart of Findel. Exactly. Why not? All right. That's trash.
Right.
Look at this. I mean, we're gonna get the legendary. The question is which legendary are we getting?
Yeah.
Synchronite?
Yeah.
How about a Crown of Providence? Is
Crown
that
of
what we want?
Providence. Yeah. That everybody wants a Crown of Providence.
I mean, that's the beautiful part about this whole thing is that, hey, Red Flex, that's a nice draft card. Rapid Reflex. When I started drafting Uprising, I thought this was like amazing. I was like, the only attack reaction in the game, why would you not have...
Illuvian Constellas.
That's a nice one as well.
And the legendary in.
And it's the cold foil too.
Yeah.
And not to mention, this is, I just watched Michael Hamilton play Illuvian Constellas in the Icelander Mirror, and here it is in cold foil action format. That is a gorgeous card. Well done.
Where it's going in for a good cause.
Okay, so who won so far? You or I?
You're us, I guess. But yesterday I opened another box, but I can't. No, I can't.
Can't
tell
spoil it?
No, I
Okay.
can't spoil it. I'm not
Secrets. I hear it's just all the secrets.
But you're gonna love that one too. I'll tell you.
I'm super excited. If
You'll
we
love
open that all you got, I mean, that's got to go in the auction for sure.
Rise from the ashes.
Succumb to Winter, not exciting. Invoke Visenkrai, not exciting. Foil Engulfing Flames, less exciting.
We've had some excitement, but one more. Crown of Providence Rainbow Foil is still in the mix, right?
That's true. We still have to score a Rainbow Foil Legendary, but I mean, Cold Foil Illuvian Constellas is just a pretty looking card.
Yeah.
We got our Uvia. I mean, if that was a Tomotai, I think that the whole weekend would have been perfect. Because we would have called Federico to come on stream and talk to us. What else we got here? We're going to find some good stuff. Glacial Horns, not exciting. Flex. Red Finals Fighting Spear. We see those a lot. Playable.
Alright.
Oh!
What you got?
Foil Insidious Chill.
Alright.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful one right there. Like that. I do like that. And nothing hiding in the back. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a lower side.
I mean, so far, I think we've been doing okay. Even with the Burn Them All, it's a nice one. But in terms of like the vanity, the flashy cards, look what we've got so far. We got a foil playable Majestic. We got a beautiful Marvel Uvia. I wouldn't mind scoring a Marvel Ashwing, frankly. I've never
pulled a Marvel Ashwing.
I've pulled one Marvel Ashwing. I've never pulled a Marvel Phoenix Flame. That's what I want. I would love to open one of those. We're gonna see if my luck ever pays off. I've also never opened a Fabled in my entire life. Hey, back-to-back Insidious Chills. Just because. Look at them. What do we got in the hiding in the back? Nothing.
Okay, 4 more picks left.
Let's do it.
Okay.
This is going to be good. This is going to be delicious. I mean, how many cards are we putting up for auction?
At least 6, I guess.
Okay, we're going to have to pick some good ones here because this is for a good cause, and we want to make sure that, you know, we give you something that you want. You don't want to go ahead and, you know, spend money on a foil Dunebreaker, Senpai. You want to get something decent. Oh, Semblance. Okay, another Majestic. Not like the most pretty one, but we do like seeing things
foil
like
quilling, bro.
Yeah, foil equipment always. I love these. I know they're not worth them a lot, but I never trade away my foil equipment.
You know, if there wouldn't be cold foils, it would still be great to have these rainbow foils that just look fantastic.
That's how you totally flex on your opponent. You know how like, you know how when Shawn Michaels does Sweet Chin Music, he like warms up the band. That's kind of part of the showmanship. Yeah. That's what foil equipment is. It's showing your opponent that not only am I going to beat the crap out of you, I'm going to make it look fucking cool too. So that's how you do it. All right, last pack, Matt. Last pack luck. Let's
Bring
go.
it home.
Give it a little bit
Bring
of this.
it home.
All right, we're going to get some of the vibes of the Undertaker to rise from the dead and find some really good stuff in here. What do we got? Crawling Robe, not exciting. Sigil of Permafrost, not exciting. Sift, not exciting.
Maybe in the back spot.
That's true. We always have that. Yeah, the backdoor play. That's
No
that's
pun intended.
Yeah, the run-in save.
From
Skittering Sands, not exciting. And what do we got hiding in the back? Do we have anything special lurking back there? No, it's just Dromite laughing at us. It's okay. Well, let's take stock of this, dude. I mean, we've got this is our hotness, I will say. A foil Insidious Chill, very nice card. Cold foil Alluvian Constellus,
legendary in the mix.
Uvia Marvel version, gorgeous. And then we got some decent playables. I mean, Burn Them All is a lovely looking card. We have another Insidious Chill. My big ugly hands are in the way here. Another Insidious Chill. And then there were some other Majestics just hiding about here, but frankly, I think we did okay here. Like, this is not a bad box.
No. If that's a bad box, man, I will buy up all others.
Give me all the bad boxes, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is so great.
So it's your pick what to enter. The more cards, you can enter as many as you want, but the more cards you enter, of course, might reduce the chance to pull the really big ones.
Okay, so wait, so how many do you need me to select?
At least one.
Okay, well,
or two.
And this is for the charity? Yeah. Okay, well
it's for the charity pool, and James is gonna draw 6 for the charity auction.
Okay, great. I want Uvia to be part of that pool.
Yeah.
And I think I want the Insidious Chill to be part of that pool as well. A nice foil Insidious Chill. You got to give some high-end, some medium-end. You got to give some stakes at it. Are we putting the Alluvian Constellus?
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
It was never even a question. That's called lobbing a softball. It's like I just put it on a tee and you knocked it out of the park.
What do you think, man? Are we gonna do it or not?
Wow. Yeah, exactly. The illusion of free will, of course. So we're gonna give this one as well. I mean, we got to give the good stuff, right?
Sure.
Or do we throw a dud in there for fun? No, we can't do that. No. It's all pure juice.
Yeah.
Burn them all? So
maybe these 3?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with these 3. I think this is the hotness right here. It's Marvel Uvia, which is top-notch beauty. Alluvian Constellus Cold Foil, incredible. And a foil Insidious Chill.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong here. I don't think you'll ever be unhappy. And is James going to sign these?
I hope so. I talked to him briefly yesterday, but I expect I just collect them all, give them someone from LSS, and we proceed from there.
I think that's a good idea. Dude, This was a lot of fun, and I hope that this is a major success, and I don't doubt it won't be. So I think it's going to be awesome stuff, dude.
Thanks to you, man.
It's my pleasure. I appreciate it. Thank you for including me.
All right. Bye-bye. We're out.
On our next episode.
Where do I do this now? This was some rest area, and I put everything down, took the camera, set everything up, and nobody didn't even care.
All this stuff, and I was clearly wrong. It's a beautiful card, one of the best looking cards in the game, honestly. And it's a great card. That is fantastic. That's a good hit.
Yeah.
Let's go for the gem now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Let's pack magic.
There it is.
Episode 3. Everfest. With Zach Bunn and Alex Römisch. December 15th, 2022. Before we continue our journey and revisit the famous and colorful Everfest Carnival, let's take a quick look at our current raffle pool. 2 boxes in, we have our first legendary pull. Coming in hot, cracking packs at high speed and impact, Matt DiMarco scored a cold foil Alluvion Constellas in the Uprising box. Among the other notable pulls and also entered into the raffle are a Marvel Uvia and a Rainbow foil Insidious Chill, the latter one even signed by Matt off-air, before adding it to the raffle. I can just tell you that while the Uprising box opening was a great and fun experience, keeping up with Matt speed-wise during the commentary is an achievement I would yet have to accomplish. If just enjoying him working his magic would basically not be enough for me, which it practically is. With the raffle pool growing nicely, we travel back to spring 2022 and re-enter the grounds of the Everfest. The greatest show in Rathe, bustling with excitement and always bringing something new in the unexpected. And the Everfest did not disappoint. Setting up tent and starting the festivities became indeed a test of our good fortune. As to the why and how, enjoy the next few minutes to find out. Joining the festivities are Bunn from Team Covenant and Römisch from Tales of Alex. Arguably, a combination of guests just as rare as exciting. That leaves nothing more to say in this introduction other than step right up, enjoy, have fun!
Hello and welcome to our Journey Back in Time Flesh and Blood box opening series. I'm still in San Francisco.
No, I'm not anymore. I'm back in Germany. And I'm not alone. I'm joined by the 2 gentlemen who originally were scheduled to do the Everfest opening on site in San Jose. The master of the hunt, leader of the Wolf Pack, one of the founding members of Team Covenant, Bunn. Zach, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Hunter. I'm so happy to be here. We met in France, of all places, and I was excited about this concept you're putting together. I know this kind of series with this many people, it's a Herculean effort to arrange this and make this happen. So I was sad that we didn't get to do it, but then happy again when you asked me to do it in this way. So I'm just excited to be here.
Thanks for tuning in and saying yes, Zach. Yeah, at your place, it's now like noon or something like that?
Yeah, it's about 11:30 a.m. We're in America. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Today is Black Friday.
Okay.
And so it's a festive weekend for us here. But I know over there, what time is it where you're at?
Yeah, it's 6:30, pretty much in the evening. There, it's still a young evening, but that's my time zone. And speaking of my time zone, it's not only my time zone in this call, it's also the time zone of our second guest, the keeper of the keys to the Fabled Academy, the teller of the tales of Alex, and the prodigy of production for TCG content creation, Alexander Römisch. Alex, hi.
Hi, wie geht's? Thank you so much for having me on. I'm blessed to be here and also to get to know Heiner. We really met in a strange position because once we did a trade at the Autobahn in the middle of a break on my main job. That's where we first met, and I'm really happy that we could connect that deeply and now do this opening here together with Zach.
Yeah.
Are you saying you guys met on the Autobahn?
Yeah, that's right.
We had a contact before. It wasn't a random meeting. We Alex had something to trade, a graded Fabled card, and I was interested. We can save all the shipping. I just bring you the boxes and you give me the card. And that's when we met. In his amazing lunch break and in my lunch break too, when like half the way to Berlin. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and then it clicked and
we ended up in the motel together.
Flamingo Motel. Yeah.
Did you guys stay at the same hotel, or were you roommates?
We were roommates. Yeah.
Look at that.
And I got me on
to some random hotel in California. What a strange world we live in. That's awesome.
Yeah, a certain someone first didn't want to go to Worlds, so I had to convince him to do it and offered him a room
That's very kind of you. I think the whole community is served by Alex being there. I'm excited to see the content that spins out from both of you from that event.
Thank you so much. It's really awesome to meet you again on big events.
Yeah. Also, your content sets a landmark, both of yours, in different ways, obviously. But Zach, Team Covenant is a real example for us to thrive. To achieve something similar in a different way always. But it's hats off to what you achieved. So.
Well, hey, appreciate the kind words, and I say it when I do this kind of stuff. I do think that content creators are the heartbeat of these communities online, and I know it takes a lot of work. I'm very fortunate. I have a great team of people around me that I don't have to do the technical stuff about the content, the scheduling, the editing, all that kind of stuff. And I just see them putting in a lot of work. And so, especially for people that are either building something new, or I know in your case, Heiner, you guys have a community stores in Germany, and you have all this work going on. So doing content on top, tons of work. But I know for me personally as a player, and for a lot of players, that's part of what makes these games so phenomenal and so engaging and so rewarding, is these relationships that form, these communities that build through that content. So I'm happy to be here and support efforts like this. And to everyone out there watching or listening, if you're a content creator, 2 thumbs up to you, pat on the back. And if you enjoy content, definitely tell those people that you enjoy it and it means something to you, because it's a lot of work to do it, and a couple people telling you that it meant something to them is worth a lot. So I appreciate you guys saying some nice things about what we're doing at Covenant.
So what brings us here today? What happened in San Jose where we met that didn't work or evolved during the Worlds event on site that we couldn't do the opening? I guess we have to explain a bit here.
It went crazy. No, I'm not sure. Alex, what happened to you? We were originally scheduled to do this on the Sunday of Worlds. And I know I kept checking in with Heiner, and I have my own side of the story, which we'll get to in a second. But I know you were also doing some stuff on Sunday. So what happened there?
Yeah, that's right. So I remember the first game of Top 8 where we shortly met too, when my friend Duke played against Michael Hamilton. And we were talking about it like, okay, what will that mean here if Michael actually makes it to the first place? And then things started from there. So I was able to capture some footage of the top tables and also some interviews of the players that I wanted to have on camera. And then I was invited actually to participate in the alpha draft that was going on Sunday. So unfortunately I couldn't really look at the finals myself because I was playing, and before that too. So that's what I needed to make up to then participate in that one, which I'm really, really happy to be a part of. So I was a part of better.
You're saying that an alpha draft was maybe more critical than opening a box of Everfest with this goofball. Yeah,
it was
once priorities.
Yeah, I don't fault you 1 ounce for that. That's a unique opportunity to get to take part in, which is really cool. On my side, as you're aware, after that top 8 game, my teammate Michael did win. And so he was going into the top 4, and he had a couple hours before his next game, but he quickly found out that his top 4 game would be against Briar, and that his finals game had a 50-50 shot of being against Briar. And so they give all the players in the top 8 deck lists of everyone in the top 8, just to make sure everyone is on the same level in terms of information. And as soon as he won that first game, I got a text that was, hey, if you're available, I could really use some practice games into Briar. And so, of course, with a teammate and a world championship on the line, I was very happy to oblige. So we spent the next couple hours. I built the specific deck that he'd be playing in the top 4. and we just started playing games over and over again, and then spent the rest of the day either playing games as Breyer or watching Michael Hamilton become the first world champion. And then, of course, once your teammate wins, the party immediately starts, and so doing an unboxing at that point becomes pretty impractical.
And for maybe one of the best reasons at all, you were helping a friend to achieve his dream, to achieve a goal, which was his dream, still is his dream. So how could you say no to that? It's no brainer for a guest.
Yeah, it was incredible. And we still get to do this here, so I'm glad you recorded. So how's this gonna work? Tell me how this is gonna function, because we're all across the world.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what happened then. I did as many box openings as I could, and this is the only one. This is the outlier which didn't happen on site. And when I went to the airport, I decided to open the box at the airport. I wanted it to be as close as possible to San Jose itself. Also, if we would have the packs now, opening them, showing them, and then shipping everything around the world would have been even more complicated, I suppose. And what we will do now is share the recording of the airport video and see what the box gave us. And then we will see what you guys pick to go to New Zealand to enter the raffle. That's the general idea.
What's the so we're gonna pick cards, they're gonna go to New Zealand, and what happens from there with the raffle?
Of all the cards everybody picked from the boxes entered in the raffle, James White would pick 6, and these 6 will be signed and then auctioned off. Auction is for a good cause. I figure it would be a good cause to go for St. Jude's Hospital. That was a good cause before, during Road to Nationals last year's season, 2021. So we could follow up on that, or UNICEF, something in that range, but that's still to be decided.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited to see what we open.
Yeah, okay.
Too. And this is a box of Everfest being opened at the San Jose airport.
Yeah. I was looking for a place. This is right after security. Where do I do this now? And before I went on to my final gate, this was some rest area, and I put everything
just made
down.
It happen.
Yeah, just took the camera, set everything up, and nobody didn't even care.
Yeah,
I
everybody was excited for the packs, weren't they?
Well, luckily the security didn't open it for you. Did you guys see that story of Min-Max Games getting one of their alpha boxes opened by security?
Yeah.
That was devastating.
No, I didn't.
Too.
They posted a clip. I think it was Sam Bando posted. They were like opening stuff, going through security, and they pull out an alpha box and like the shrink wrap, I guess, on it, or whatever the clear wrap on it is, just kind of tore open. And so there was a alpha, I think, welcome to Rathe box that just got opened by security. Oof. Now this was a interesting set, because this was the first supplemental set that wasn't Crucible of War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Crucible happened when things were crazy. This is kind of the first of those sets. I remember going in the Carnival slot seeming really. We were hyping up what that might be.
Yep.
I always thought you get like a frame or something like that, like a Carnival frame. And then we also saw like I think it's the first time that we see like this double-sided foiling for the heroes, like
Starvo.
with Bravo Star of the Show.
Yep.
And that was really exciting in the beginning. Until he got banned and the card went 0.
He became the villain.
Yeah.
This was also the first paper packs, right? I love those paper packs.
Yes. Yeah. Indeed.
I'm a big fan.
I love the sand on the playmat when you open up hundreds of packs, and then
I have a playmat over here with that sand exactly from Dynasty. Yeah, Dynasty that just came out.
Mm.
We're getting to the point in Fab where the set names are starting to mix together for me.
Mm. Yeah. Even though it's not.
And the amulets and so on.
Hey, that's a good card right there. Runic Reclamation.
Yeah, Runic.
This set was. I'm a Runeblade player, and by Runeblade I don't mean chain. I've been a Briar Viscerai guy for a long time, And this set was Shrill Skullform was another one. It was just so good for...
Oh, Arcane Lantern is in here too for the extended art version. For the Cold Foil, that looks awesome.
Oh, another one that I'm a huge fan of in the set is Earthlore Bounty.
Yes.
I love that card.
I love these potions. I
yeah.
bought quite a few in Cold Foil and hoping they would eventually, or will eventually, increase in value. But they also look beautiful. I just couldn't miss on the opportunity. Yeah.
That was kind of like the pre-Marvel slot with those. There it is. Yeah, it's Cold Foil.
There it is. Yeah, Amulet of Echoes.
Yeah. You think we'll get an Alchemist? Is that where this is going?
Who knows?
Maybe a merchant can take advantage of this too and hand them over in PvE.
That would be nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. This is the set with is one of the legendary Silver Palms.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
the one that everybody loves, right?
It's just so unusable and constructed. I'm very excited about PvE. It is kind of odd to put out so many cards that are just like seemingly unplayed. Is that a foil Frostbite? Look at you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crown of Reflection. There's some heat in this set.
Yeah.
There's some good cards.
Yeah.
I also like just seeing the packs here again. I'm a huge fan of the packaging of this set.
You guys also had spoiler cards for this set, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember which cards you had?
I think we had our promo was in the swing, I think. The Warrior card. And then the preview, besides in the swing, I want to say it was Helm of the Sharp Eye, which Steven got excited about because he loves Bolton. And hopefully, I hear Bolton is better now. I haven't really done much testing since Dynasty came out, but that was our previews. Did you preview cards for this set, Alex?
No. There it is, like the extended art. I think this is also pretty new, right? We didn't have this before. That
the High Striker.
Cards that are under the M slot get extended arts.
Yeah, because we saw Twinning Blade in Crucible.
Yeah.
Then this is also different because like Twinning Blade was like full on, the whole piece of art was there, but that is just like the transparent text box.
Yeah. And in Monarch and I think in Tales we had 0 extended arts, right? But in Monarch we had like Lumina and Mark of the Beast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In Tales we had the Cold Foil Pulses and then the Altar Lake Frigid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. That's one of my favorites.
The Lake Frigid?
Yeah. With the little fox.
Yeah, I love it. The Twinning Blade Altar. The first time I saw that, I adore that card. I'm not even really a Warrior player, but I love that card. and it was at the time, now it's a little different. These preview seasons and the pre-releases and all the stuff going on with the game. But when Crucible was coming out, when we were opening it, like there was so much that we just didn't know, including that. Like the first time someone posted an image, people thought it was like a joke.
Really?
Yeah. It was like they wouldn't do that.
Oh,
like,
Bingo is a good card.
Bingo's fun. Bingo is fun. I also see a lot of Guardian cards here that I really like. I played Oldhim in the Blitz segment at Worlds. It's like Thunderquake is a really important addition to what he's got going on. Oh, Shatter.
I really hope this set stays or becomes more interesting again. This was the set that came out after we had our nationals as TOs, and we went in really big on this one. So with everything that happened afterwards, it wasn't the bestseller we had hoped it to be, so we still have plenty of boxes, and I hope future will be kind to us.
Yeah. Well,
I hope if they don't bring out Unlimited, right? That's the first set where they said like, okay, we are bringing out Fab 2.0 and we are not sure when the Unlimited version of this will come out.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see what they do, but I'd be surprised if they do Unlimited. All right, we're down to like 3 packs here, right? I gotta get serious.
And Tri-Shot was one of the cards in the last packs.
Yeah.
How many cards am I supposed to pick at the end of this?
As many as you would like.
All right.
Although the more you enter, it might dilute the end result, and Huh? Okay.
Oh, there. Yes.
Oh, look at that's a good hit.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Stalagmite gold foil.
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna need some crow on this one. When this first came out and got previewed, I went on for like an hour on stream talking about how it'll never get played. It's worse than Rampart. It's just all this stuff. And I was clearly wrong. It's a beautiful card. One of the best looking cards in the game, honestly. And it's a great card. That is fantastic. That's a good hit.
Yeah.
Let's go for the gem now, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Last pack magic. Nah.
There it is.
Revel in
Moonblood. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good box.
Yeah. Up until the end, I was like, man, there has to be something in here. And then last one pack was the stalagmite. So I was really happy and relieved to have a good pull in this one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. So you did this? You've done this with a box for every set, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. So we have a cold foil legendary here. Obviously, that's a big hit. Did you hit any cold foil legendaries or any legendaries in other boxes?
Let's say there are some very interesting pulls. Yes.
All right, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
The more cards you guys pick now, the larger the raffle pool will be. And if he's gonna pick 6, he might pick the not as valuable ones. You can pick whichever ones you want, how many you want, and I will send these over to LSS next.
Yeah.
And some number of these are gonna get signed by James White. And then
that's what I
off
hope
for a good cause. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alex, you wanna go back and forth until we're. I've only got a few. I'm only gonna pick a couple. I don't want to send a huge stack over. Right. I'm gonna pick a few that represent some of my favorite moments and cards in Everfest.
Fantastic.
But if you want to start, I'll give you the honors.
No, I give you the first one. You can start.
Okay. Can I pick Runic Reclamation? Is that an okay
Sure,
pick?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna first pick. I'm gonna pick Runic Reclamation.
Okay.
I love that card. Very simple. It's a 3 for 7 with a hit effect. I love the art on it. I love the card. I remember when I opened that thing for the first time, I hadn't really seen it, and that was back when Prism was still legal, and Prism was a particularly frustrating match for Viserai. I played Viserai at the first calling in the US, or not the first one. It was 2020 when the event started coming back, and Prism was like my Achilles heel. And so getting a card so specifically good against Prism, I was just like beyond excited. So that's like probably my favorite card from the set for that reason.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick a Wild Ride at first. I think that's pretty fitting.
Life is a wild ride, man. What does that represent anything to you?
Yeah, I don't have a really special connection to this card, but I just think it's really fitting for this opening. We had quite a wild ride here, right? And it's also one of the cards that stood out to me, like when I first saw the set. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that one.
All right, my next pick. I'm gonna pick it in honor of Pablo. I think that foil Macho Grande needs to get picked. That's a great card. I was playing it in my Blitz deck at Worlds, and it's just it represents we were talking about it before the call, but growing up, my grandpa was really into wrestling, and so as a kid, I was really into wrestling as well, and a lot of fab things take me back to that. These two heroes, Everfest in general, thematically, I think was cool because it kind of like this round's on me art. That vibe of these heroes fight, but they're also like hang out and drink beer together, which reminds me of Fab. Right? You go to tournaments and like you're fighting and it's competitive, and then the best part is that you go out and talk about your war stories after. So Macho Grande is my second pick.
Can't complain about that one. Like the Spanish players always try to imitate him as best as they can, so it's a quite good one to pick. I think like the next one I want to pick is something that isn't really special to that many people, but it really took me because it kind of has a connection to Avatar the Airbender. So Ride the Tailwind is one of the cards I really like. And that also is then when Uprising was spoiled, something I remember. I was like, okay, I see where this is going. So yeah, that's for sure a card I want to see being raffled off.
All right, and then this will be my last pick. Three's my lucky number. I like doing things in threes, etc. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and this is for everyone at home and the community, and for the good cause. I know that if it does get signed and it does get raffled, it will be a potentially high value card, which is Stalagmite. I'm gonna go ahead and just pick it. There's part of me, that wants to not pick it and to go with kind of the off meta choices and stuff. But I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to everyone out there watching. They've been waiting. They see it. Everyone wants the Stalagmite. A beautiful card. Really, truly beautiful. Also, for me, it represents, the continual lesson in life of not being too quick to judge. I think it's easy when stuff gets spoiled to immediately compare it to things that are already out, and also just to things that, like the math of the game that right now, and not the future math of the game or the situations. And so it's good to keep an open mind, and it kind of points to the developers may know what they're doing, right? And they're working on stuff and they're testing stuff out in advance. So that card does also, every time I see it and it's good, I have to eat a little bit of humble pie, and I think that's a good pick for me. And people watching, I assume, will want to see that card signed and auctioned off. So I hope it gets picked. It is a gorgeous, meaningful card.
100% agree on that one. That's a really good pick. I also want to let my last pick be a special card, but a rather special card for the German community. They use this one quite often, and also Kikan is really in personalization with this card. So I'm gonna go with Bingo for the last one. Also to let everybody remember to have fun in this game and in this community, because that's what it's all about. And when you're talking about value of cards and shiny cardboard and getting the prize money on big events and stuff like that, that's something that isn't to be forgotten. Having fun and enjoying the time together. And I think that's also with this artwork on Bingo, because it's taking place on the Everfest, and that's what for me is it all about. It's a journey. It's a really nice location to get back to on the tournaments, on every event with the Flesh and Blood community, and that's why I'm gonna pick Bingo.
I hope the picks will be good from James, and the auction should commence in February. Thanks to you two. It was quite a thing in the making, and I'm super happy it worked out. And I guess next words, maybe we can try again on site. But that's a new year to come. And a new world event. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having us. It was my privilege to be here, and really appreciate the work you're doing. If anyone is in Germany and hasn't been to White Rabbit, definitely check it out. I'm looking forward to visiting at some point myself. A lot of stores out there like yourself putting in a ton of work, and I mentioned it earlier with the content creators, but it really is appreciated across the community and from me specifically. So, and doing all this for a good cause, and taking the initiative to do this out of the goodness of your heart. Appreciate being here. Happy to be involved. If you're watching this, definitely check out the auction when that happens. And just if you ever need anything, please let me know. More than happy to be here, of course. And Alex, great to see you and get to spend a little more time together. I know you're working on content yourself and whatnot, and everything so far has been incredible to watch. So excited to see where you end up over the next couple of years.
Thank you so much. Yeah, just can give this back, because a year from this point in time, I didn't even thought about what is possible when being open-minded and going out in the world and talking just to people about what you're passionate about. So I'm really happy to making the step and being here part of this great occasion of Worlds, of this opening, of taking time together here and forming friendships around the world. So very amazing to be here, and stoked for the next one.
That's us. We say goodbye. See ya.
On our next episode.
Yeah, man.
Okay, recording, double checking. That is the horror.
This set, to be fair, I'm really happy that I'm doing this set because I think it's there's a lot. I have a lot of attachments to what this set has brought and what journey I've had with this set. That's not bad.
Yeah,
It's not what you were hoping for.
not so bad.
I think.
Episode 4. Tales of Aria with Hamish from Push to the Point. December 22nd, 2022. Following the bustling activities of the Everfest Carnival, our raffle pool enjoyed a whole bunch of new entries. Among them is our second legendary, Stalagmite Bastion of Eisenloft, a top 5 value Everfest hit. Besides that pretty obvious choice, Zach and Alex picked some more cards to be added, each one telling its own tale as to why it was picked. If you haven't yet, check out the opening. Having Zach and Alex as co-hosts was everything I expected, except time and place. As winter arrives in the Northern Hemisphere and the end of 2022 nears, it is time to watch us return to the standalone Flesh and Blood set dedicated to the cold, the lightning and the earth. Tales of Aria, originally released in September 2021, carrying that year's national season in Limited and Constructed. Hammering this one home is a Tales of Aria expert, avid Flesh and Blood player, Push the Point team member, metalhead marvel with the soul of an angel and the voice of a demon. Or was it the other way around? It's the one, the only, Hamish. Will our legendary streak continue? Will we finally get super lucky and pull a Fabled to stand at the crossroad of elements, the landmark of Corsham? Let's see.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit TV. We are at the Flesh and Blood World Championships. Woohoo! And that's Hamish to my side, my side, right at my side.
I'm right at your side, boy.
Right at your side, right? And we are excited because we are going to open a Tales of Aria first edition display as part of the Journey Back in Time box opening series.
Yeah.
And to recap a bit here, we're opening one box of each set.
Right.
The guests will have the choice of picking one card or even more cards if they choose to. And these will go into a raffle pool, and James White will pull cards out of the raffle, and those will be auctioned off for a good cause.
Ah, fantastic. Well, for me, I hope I can find one of my most special cards in here.
Which would be?
Creepers.
Creepers?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Creepers definitely... this set, to be fair, I'm really happy that I'm doing this set because I think it's there's a lot. I have a lot of attachments to what this set has brought and what journey I've had with this set for my time doing the UK Nationals last year. So I'm really happy that we're going to open this set
That's
up.
the period I also remember and connect with it because we were doing Nationals last year, and I remember you being in stream. So.
Oh no, yeah. And
but that's what we're going to talk about.
Do you want me to crack it open?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet man. Cool. It's been a little while since I've got a box opened. First edition as well.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Can I have some left? Can we take first edition?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, when I prepared the stream of the first edition of the Nationals last year, I was watching the UK stream because I guess it was a week before ours.
We were the first, yes. Yeah.
And that, for me, that was the benchmark. And I said, okay, all my preparations, what have I done? Does it compete? Does it not compete? Because I wanted our product to be competitive with yours and to be the best we could do and
So is there a particular thing, or is it just the way I like to do it?
Just the way you like to do it.
All right. Okay. Cool. So, tell you what, I haven't opened up a Tales of Aria box in some time. I'm trying to remember what it was. So we got these are the foils over there, and then you get your equipments, and then everything else tends to be pretty cheap. I tell you what, I can't help but doing is every time I open up a Tales of Aria pack, my brain goes straight away into pack one, pick one.
Yeah.
Because we did a lot of testing with Tales of Aria, during the draft season. When we were working out through in draft, a friend of mine called Mark Henderson, he made up a website called DraftFab, and you can go on DraftFab now. And it was just this program to help us to get ready for draft, because it was the first time really anyone tried to draft, like, because it was part of the scene. And oh man, just all going through all these cards and sitting there going, right, okay, and my head just goes, okay, which one is the first one that I would pick? And if I was, probably would be that. You got Winter's Grasp as well, and it's all the exciting stuff about the elements, because you've got all these class cards here as well. And they're not the ones you look at. It's not Uprising, right? Uprising, you're straight away going, oh, okay, this would have been like, oh, that's a sick Briar card, I'm taking that, like, done. Whereas this, it's like, okay, well, here's a good Olden cards, and it's potentially actually this is a good straight up good Olden card. This is just like a sick, like, Briar card. Or a Lexi card. So you just tend to just lean in on the elements. Oh man. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can waffle on about all this for ages. We've got a whole box to go through.
Yeah. Have you drafted any other set as much as you have?
No, so the like Monarch wasn't really a set. Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm getting excited about that. Monarch wasn't really a set that a lot of us drafted that much. So that was kind of like a little bit of a missed, like, sort of, when no one was really drafting that much then, because we're still in the middle of COVID. Like, there was trying to get a game of Monarch in. It all started off mostly on webcam online stuff, and it was just, the objective was to try and meet up.
Those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days. Okay. Okay. There's not much in the way of a pack one, pick one. What would be Ball Lightning? No, the blue background screen's good. I don't know why. You can tell this is what I saw, what I did for Tales of Aria. Yeah. So also Tales of Aria was one of the very first. Was the set that actually really helped me to get into. Alright, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. This would have been a fine pick. This is a fine pick. It was the set that got. I really like Tales of Aria as a draft set. Like, I think it's one of my favourite ones that they've done, because I really love the element stuff. I'm not knocking on Uprising. It's fine. Okay, it's not bad. It's fine. I think maybe we probably just played too much of it. But there's something about this where I'm just like, I don't know, man. There's so many I feel like there's still so much for me to even learn from this. Okay, yeah, I want to pick that one.
And it was the first set that was said to be what Feb was really intended to be, right? If you remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. No, I agree.
Talents in, and that was his vision, James' vision.
Yeah, it really. The thing is that the talents. Everyone. It was weird because this is like the one where they kind of went, no, well, they're all the same talent as elementals. Yeah. But we've like split a talent into three, and we share. It was like this is wild. But I will say as well. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Now that would have been that was always a hot pick, especially if you're going to play a Briar. Yeah. In draft, that's a hot pick. I will say that Tales of Aria, as much as a very like emotionally connected I am to this set was absolutely crackers. It was all the heroes and so many cards are here are broken beyond belief. Like Oldhim, but like Briar when she first came out, I don't know if I can see an old one here. Man, those heroes were crazy. They were so strong. And I think as a lot of people don't give this set like
enough credit.
Well, I don't think we realise how nuts and broken some of these heroes are. Like, man, Ball Lightning. That was banned. A complete hero had to be completely errated. It was just wild, man. Absolutely wild how crazy good this, like, all the heroes are in this set. Oh, here we go. It's not the old art, but no, this has got to be your first
good hit.
This is the first good hit. Yeah, man. I would have been Well,
let's leave that one.
Let's leave that one. That would probably be Pat. That's Pat 1, Pit 1.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Straight away. Blue, block 3. Yes, Channel 8 Frigid, man. Sorry, I tell you what. Maybe I'm I'm actually leaving the pile. Well,
okay.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't have to. But I'll start cleaning up a little bit.
Do it your way.
But no, I'm putting the pile of the card I probably would have picked on the pack one.
Okay.
So I'm putting that one on the top, and then the rest I would have just passed over. Okay, what else we got? No, that's not bad. That's cool. What was one of the things that is there anything about Tales of Aria that really hit home for you?
You mean card-wise?
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
era-wise?
Just in general. Is there like, was there any heroes that
I was very motivated to try out Lexi because of the archery.
Yeah. They finally
because
made
I'm
a ranger.
Very deep into archery.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's. So what about in the game? All right. Okay.
I didn't find the time, to be honest.
No, that's fair.
With the stores running and nationals especially. I mean, national cost me time like mad, and I spent days just working on the stream technology and doing the layouts for the stream and all of that. The time I had, I invested in the store and the running of the nationals and not in playing.
No, that's fair, man. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's sad. It's fair, but it's very sad. I would like to play more, but
yeah, no, that's fair.
And I'm not a competitive player.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I rather play cooperatively. But if Feb has taught me one thing, it's how you can play competitively and still enjoy it together, even though you have to beat each other.
Yes.
It's a different kind of beating each other up than other games.
Got you.
So it's a good way. Now, if we now decide to slug it out, it's still friendly gaming. You know,
No,
it's competitive, but it's on a friendly basis.
Yes, no, I know exactly what you mean. Tell you what, you got some this pack here. Pretty good. So this term Timber and the Sigil of Suffering is like, they would be excellent cards to have if you were obviously Runeblade or Guardian, especially 10 Timbers and Guardian. Absolutely crazy. But you'd never, this is the thing, like again when I go back to it, like you could, some people just go straight in with just grabbing the stuff, especially Runeblade. Runeblade is one of those few heroes that could actually just turn around and go, I don't need to commit too hard on making sure they grab the elements. It's just more.
You still have your options.
Yeah, just grab the cards. Because that hero was just predominantly all about playing a non-attack and just getting that go again. Lexi and Oldhim were very much, especially Oldhim. Oldhim was like so dependent mostly on making sure that he's got the good fuse targets. You need to have like the solid green earth cards so that you can just pitch that away so you can block, like prevent 2 damage from someone. And it was a really strong strategy to just sit there and go, you know what, I'm just going to keep my deck and I'm just going to deck you out. And that was one of the strategies that I took when I went to the UK Nationals, and it was just, I don't need to wipe you out in health. I just need to always just have a bigger deck than you, and then occasionally I'll just come in for 10 and know you're not gonna take 10. You'll just, so there's 4 cards. I was actually just counting. Okay, that's cool. That's just 4 cards out of your hand. I didn't do any damage. That's fine. 4 cards out of your hand. I draw back up. They draw back up, and I go, okay, here's some more cards. And if they come back and do anything, I go, okay, well this blocks with 2. Or I can just pitch it, and it blocks with 2.
Yeah.
And then I've still got more cards than you.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things I really, really, really liked and enjoyed about playing this game. Okay. We haven't hit anything spicy. Or what was the shiny? What was the shiny?
Shiny one is strength of. Yeah.
Oh, strength of Sequoia, man. That's a really. This as well. The artist Matthews. He knows I can never say your name correctly. But a lot of his stuff, the artwork came through on here as well. One of the things that I really loved about it is the amulets. I love the amulets in the Tales of Aria set because I think it really set home the emotional and the feel of like all the different areas. And I think the first things I remember being shown off in Tales of Aria was the 3 amulets that started to come out, and we're all like, what on earth is this green earth? What is earth? And all of this, and it was like that's what set the presence. And then look, funny enough now, me and Simon and Trip, the guys from Push the Point, we had an awesome playmat made up by Mateusz, and it's all very much down to the elements as well, and it's all based on the fact that he had this stuff.
An extremely beautiful thing.
Yeah, and that's because of this. Again, this set is. The more I'm going through all this, the more I realise like how much this set was like a real like game changer, or just a big thing for us. There's so many stories about this set that we took away from this, and I suppose, and maybe that's what draft sets do, right? Like I do remember Everfest, and it was good fun and it was fine, but there's
it's supplemental.
Yeah, that's it. You open it, you get what you want. That's it. Whereas this, there's a game within it, and that's the beauty of having just having sets that you can draft and do sealed and stuff. Okay, Lightning Press is all bad, not bad, but pretty good. Another strategy, which I think it was okay for a little bit, the old Cracker Jacks and Thump. I don't think I've seen a Cracker Jacks get opened yet in this whole box. But they never really get that much. Maybe you get like 1 or 2, kind of like a Sutcliffe's Hide. But it was the old Cracker Jacks Thump and just dominating through. We always thought that was actually a quite strong strategy in draft, but it was alright. It turned out it was like you kind of want to try and set it up, but it's not the main way to go about it. Alright, Autumn Touch Red. Okay, that's alright. Ice Encounter Blue. That's good. Okay, Bone Shot. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not a bad pick, and maybe someone would want to pick that up in the foil version. Still green. Touch Red though. I mean, 3 for 7, man. That's a good rate.
And also the tone of art carries throughout the set, right? It's very,
It's colourful. It's super colourful. Like with the greens and the yellows and the blues, the colour and the tone of the set is just. Oh man, we've already. Oh man, these 3 are just. Well, literally, they're all fire. They're like the ones that I prefer. Obviously, this was blue, but red you can work with red. Just that's a set. That's the 3. That's. I don't know what signal you'll be sitting there going, oh man, whatever I'm picking is going to send the signal that they're fine on the other side. Alright, Blue Flash. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, see, look, this is when things were broken. This is when things were crackers. It's whenever an attack action card you control deals damage to an opposing hero, create an embodiment of Earth token. So you just have that, and you have that at like 3. Jeez, alright, okay, sure. I'll just do all my stuff and then just have this. No, not this, or something like that. I'll just block for 5. Alright. Back in the day when Briar was, as you know, LSS, Briar was broken, but you sorted it. You knew. Alright. We haven't seen any.
No, not yet.
Well, we got that.
We've learned a lot. And the good card is still to come.
Okay, right. No cold foils.
No, not yet.
Okay. To be fair though, our first edition foil, Channel 8 Frigid, there's nothing to sniff at.
Still, there's how many packs are left?
Not many.
You're ripping through nicely. It's 4 left, plus that one.
Alright, cool. So, alright. Okay. I probably would. I'll take that. I'm probably. Is this a bit of a mess?
It suits one playmat, right?
Yeah.
All the packs.
I've actually noticed. You know what? It's actually really interesting. You could tell I wanted to play Oldham a lot.
Yeah.
There's blues. I'm literally finding blues and greens. You can tell I really wanted to play Oldham quite a lot. Maybe I should try and find it. Okay, there's your Majestic. But the excitement comes.
Last
you
pack
never
magic,
know.
maybe?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Bibby, Bolden. Bibby. Right. Okay. Oh.
I mean, it's all beautiful cards, but it's not what we're looking for.
No, they are stunning.
2 more packs left.
What's your hopes? Hopes and dreams. Okay.
Chilling Ice Vein.
Okay. It's not bad. If only this was moving well.
Okay. I hope the last pack will fix it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a Channel Lake Frigid, which is...
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not what you were hoping for.
It's not so bad.
I think, no, to be honest, that's actually... it's not the mad alternate artwork one. If it was that would...
That would have fixed it.
That's extremely spicy. Okay.
Rights of Replenishment.
Right at the last one.
Last
I was like,
wow.
wow.
of Voltaven.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
That fixed it.
Well, there you go. That's your journey.
But
that's
it
your
took
story.
its time.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Let's get it in that sleeve. Imagine if we pulled a Pulse of Eisenloft and seen this banned card, but no, we've got this thing. Oh, wonderful!
Yeah.
What an emotional journey.
It's a sight to behold. Yes. It is.
What an emotional journey. Yeah. Well, there's my sort of story, I suppose, about the set. You can tell that I've had as I'm talking through it. There was a lot of things in here that really spoke to me about why the set was really important. It was really cool for me. It was important for a channel. I had a emotional connection with UK Nationals, and this was really really good. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much for coming and doing this and contributing cards to the raffle.
That's cool, man. I mean, is it only one card or
it is how many you want to enter?
Okay.
You can enter those 2, yes.
Well, yeah, I think these 2 are clearly they're clearly the best ones to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's really anything else that's wild enough to go in it, but I
believe these 2 are fine. It's a good choice.
I do think you're missing a nerf card though. It's not Tales of Aria unless you have Ice, Earth, and Lightning. So there you go.
Okay, we'll take those. And Hamish, thanks to you.
No,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for inviting me onto this awesome channel. Everything you do is really really cool. I enjoy watching it, and the streams and stuff that you did over the national season was one of the better streaming stuff. Obviously, Channel Fireball was one thing, but for us,
Channel Fireball was my benchmark. That's the way I wanted to do it.
Absolutely,
or better.
No, but like for all of us ragtaggers in the European community that are just whipping it up and getting it going, yours was definitely right up there as one of the best to stream for all of it. So I hope to see more from yourself as well.
We hope. Yeah. We hope it will happen. Maybe next year we're gonna have another bigger event.
Yeah, man. Cool.
And we're gonna stream that. Also, check out Push the Point.
There you go.
There you go. YouTube, very entertaining and interesting, and you can learn something about the game.
Yeah.
So check it out and enjoy. See ya.
On our next episode.
So, do you want to kind of like open one pack?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sounds good. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, I haven't opened a box in such a long time. Light or dark, Nikki?
I'll have to go with Shadow.
Of course.
Naturally.
Ooh.
Gosh,
I'm gonna go for light.
Monarch was the first time that we put any kind of focus on regions, and especially because Arcane, each set was kind of important to developing the overall story of Flesh and Blood. Welcome to Rathe introduced the general mood, the classes, the concept of heroes, and it also showcased 4 of the core regions, which kind of served as a good sort of introduction, a good sampler of kind of the themes of the game, because you've got Solani.
Episode 5, Monarch, with Nicole Price and MJ Fetesio, December 29th, 2022. Reaching the midway point of our journey, the tales of Aria have been told once more, in this instance by UK's own Hamish from Push the Point. In tune with the set and reflecting on his own journeys, Hamish added a triplet of Earth, Lightning and Ice cards to the raffle pool. A Tome of Harvest, a Rainbow Foil Channel Lake Frigid, and a Cold Foil Pulse of Volthaven. While the ultimate big hit is still kind of a miss, the pooled cards have started to tell yet another story, that of their own, and ain't that beautiful all by itself. As we continue to open a box of one of the first 4 sets in Flesh and Blood, we arrive in May 2021. Darkness, the canvas of the universe. Light, the brushstroke of creation. A forbidden power hungers to eclipse existence, wiping the canvas clean. The soul of Rathe stands resolute, a ray of hope to the artisans of civilization. It's time for Monarch. So far we've met with content creators, players, business owners, commentators, tournament organizers and community caretakers joining us to open the boxes, all representing main pillars of the FAB community. While this is a great representation we are very proud of, our next co-hosts bring completely new perspectives to the table, and quite special ones for that matter. The creation of the game itself, and the art visualizing the world of Rathe for us all, both aspects as outstanding as remarkable in the TCG world as they can get. This box of Monarch First is opened by 2 friends and LSS members, renowned artist and assistant art director of the Monarch set, MJ Fetesio, and LSS creative writer and website coordinator, Nicole Price, both, as it seems to me, involved and engaged by heart, mind and soul in many more aspects of the game than reflected by these short job titles. We feel extremely blessed and lucky that MJ and Nicola agreed to do this box opening in San Jose. In fact, it felt more than appropriate to create as much room as possible for both of them, which is why in the next few minutes you will see a lot less of me and as much of them as possible. Also, looking at the in real life date. Merry Christmas. We wish you and yours all the best and a healthy and prosperous year 2023.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit TV. We are at the Flesh and Blood Worlds in San Jose in November 2022. I'm very happy to have 2 guests here next to me. And that's it from me. It's you ladies, please.
Thank you. So, do you want to kind of like open one pack?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll open it.
Okay. Now, you did the box art for this.
No, I directed it along with Robbie.
That's right, this was the one that you didn't do.
Yes. Okay, that's good. I made it.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Rip away.
Wow. First pack goes to you.
It's been a while since I saw the Monarch box, so I'm just like admiring its beauty again. Wow. Okay. Light or dark, Nikki?
I'll have to go with Shadow.
Of course.
Naturally.
Ooh.
Gosh,
I'm gonna go for light.
Feels appropriate that we start with Shane. Which, Carolina Alvarado just won the cosplay contest last night with her chain cosplay. Currently, Matthew Folks, the Pro Tour Lille champion, is walking around in it.
Really?
Yes.
This brings back so many memories,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Foil is Overload, which was when you got Seek Enlightenment.
Dreamweavers.
Yes.
Dreamweavers.
Oh gosh, I remember the discussions about the name from this. I think we actually had a little bit of difficulty trying to fit the title. I think this might be the Flesh and Blood card at the moment that has like the longest title, just in terms of character count.
Yes.
It's probably one of the most extra card names I think we have.
It's great though. I love it.
Oh, and there's our first Majestic almost immediately. Guardian of the Shadow Realm. I remember the debates about this name as well.
Art is amazing.
It really is.
So detailed.
I remember being really, really excited for this set to finally debut, partially because it was, we had Welcome to Rathe, Arcane Rising, and Crucible of War leading up to this, and each of those kind of showcased the world of Rathe in general and sort of built the mood for the game, revealed each of the regions, established it, but Monarch was the first time that we put any kind of focus on regions, and especially because Arcane, each set was kind of important to developing the overall story of Flesh and Blood. Welcome to Rathe introduced the general mood, the classes, the concept of heroes, and it also showcased 4 of the core regions, which kind of served as a good sort of introduction, a good sampler of kind of the themes of the game, because you've got Solana, you're a very classic fantasy setting. You've got the Savage Lands, which is more is fantasy. Also, I'd say also very classic fantasy as well. Then you have Mysteria, which is quite a diversion from your classic fantasy tropes. And then Metrics, Steampunk. Which wasn't until Arcane Rising. It was Aria, which is another classic fantasy setting. But then moving into Monarch and being able to really showcase Solana and Monastery, and the fact that they are
light and dark against each other. It's classic,
like,
but
basically all of the 8 regions mirror one another. You have like the peers that will mirror one another, like Metrics and the Pits being one really, really good example, but then you also have Solana and Monastery, and Solana and Monastery are kind of the most interesting example of that, because they have such opposing themes. Sort of order and chaos, light and shadow, and this was also the set that introduced talents for the first time, which, James has spoken at length about the development of the game and how you had Welcome to Rathe build the foundations, and then you had Arcane Rising introduce arcane damage,
and Monarch to take it up a notch for people who love to play. It's great.
So it was very exciting, and designing each of the heroes, working on them, on their stories, was also really, really interesting for that reason. Working on the heralds was
it's my card.
Oh yeah, there she is! And you even got the foil version.
Yeah! So many people are looking for these today. I got one.
You want to talk about your experience doing your first piece of like card art for Flesh and Blood, having like mostly worked on concept art before then, and the borders.
Yeah,
and,
it was definitely new. I'm not very into the illustrations, but I'm just getting into it and I'm learning, and I might actually do more in the future. I'm just not used to sitting down through an artwork from start to finish, you know. Like, I'm so used to doing really quick concepts, moving on after another. Yeah, so I have a lot to learn, and Sam's there with me, so I can ask him a lot of questions, annoy him, you know. I hope he doesn't mind.
Foil Majestic Phantasmaclasm, which is
They're majestic.
Yeah, I know.
You're stealing everything, Nikki.
I know. I'm good like that. No, Phantasmaclasm is honestly, I think, my favorite named card from the entire set. It's so satisfying.
Where's my tokens? Oh, I didn't divide the tokens.
Okay.
This. I hope someday we have all the artists in one event.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Are we including like every artist that has ever created work for Flesh and Blood?
Yes, I would love that. Carlos, he deserves so much.
He really does, actually.
He works so hard. He's all the way from Chile, just down, but unfortunately he can't make it. But someday we'll meet him. He deserves so much credit. Hi, Carlos. If he's watching.
Okay, no, I have to talk about this card because I remember working on the Heralds was honestly my favorite part of the development process for Monarch. Robbie and I had this massive discussion about the 8 sectors of Solana and the 8 Heralds and how they would kind of represent different ideals within Solana. And Herald of Ravages was the outlier of the themes of the Heralds. And when we were developing them, we actually tried to draw on mythology and on mythological figures, particularly for the names of the Heralds as well. So Herald of Ravages, there's a piece of lore on the website that talks about it, I believe, but the Herald of Ravages is named Sekem, and she's actually named after Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess of war, who is a lioness. And this Herald is kind of a little bit the outlier because the rest have a very clear relationship to things that Solana holds important. Like you have the Herald of Enlightenment, which you don't really need any additional explanation there. The Herald of Ravages kind of tried to draw on the protectiveness of a mother lion. And yeah, this is honestly, I was so excited when I saw the card art that came back for this. Like, it's just, all of the Heralds have the most amazing art. And I think it's really cool that each of them has such a clear theme despite having very different art styles.
I got my first Majestic, by the way.
Oh, nice! Dimensional crossroads.
Finally. The tide's turning from dark to light, and then we're about to switch.
Switch on the next pack?
Yeah.
We can do...
I'll go dark from here.
Okay.
I love this armor, by the way.
The art for that one is stunning.
I wish this was a Majestic or over. Like, I love it. I'm gonna see this.
I love this card too, Adrenaline Rush. It's so fun. I think it's the first time that we kind of showed a character from the Savage Lands who
isn't a brute.
Right? Yeah. Who isn't a brute and isn't someone who is exploring the Savage Lands either. Which,
that's right.
In terms of the Savage Lands, literally just means I love this art too, actually. I thought this really came out really nicely. And I love the color scheme.
Your round 8 pairings have gone up and are going up some pairings for shortly. Again, battle hardened pairings are available.
I got Lumina Ascension on my dark patch.
Nice!
The dark side has its perks. And it's a light card. Pretty funny that way. You never know. Okay.
So, in terms of the development process, because you're included, you're involved in a lot of the concepting for heroes and sort of working with the artists, who was your favorite hero to work on this set?
Monarch.
Yeah.
I have to say Prism.
Yeah. I wish I could give a different answer as well, but Prism's fun.
Yes.
Also, she gave a lot of opportunity to showcase Solana as well, and because of her connection to the library.
Yeah.
And Heralds.
Yes.
Plus, I love the way her hero design came out.
I can't wait for that Rathe production statue.
Oh, the statue is amazing.
Yeah, the reveal is really exciting. I wish I can get one myself, maybe someday.
I know that we're not going to, but I'd love to. I'm sure James will probably get one, right? So I hope he brings it into the office so we can at least just sort of look at it and admire it. And
yes.
Be sad that we can't take one home.
It's okay. At least we can see it.
This is true.
Prism.
Battle competitors, if you are still making your way to your seats, please raise your hand high so a judge may assist. Welcome to round 8. You have 35 minutes. You may begin.
I also love that with Prism, people have been making builds that feature literally as many tomes as they can fit in to fit the whole librarian theme. I think that that's great. Some of the deck building in the community is really fun to see.
Yeah. I got 2 halves. I should put it right here.
Oh wow. Oh, you got foil Eclipse Existence as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's yours.
It's fine. Though I do have to say, actually, as much as I love Prism, I think my favorite hero story to work on. Actually, I think it's probably a tie between Leviathan and Prism. Actually.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you just
the concept
wanna.
I think they're also a tie for me for concept.
Yeah?
Concepting their lips. Yes.
Yeah. Leviathan is just.
I do love Leviathan.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to go a little bit feral, right?
Yeah.
Also, next to Viserai, she's one of the heroes that has the biggest visual difference between, like, her transformation from young to adult hero.
That's true. Ooh, yes, another majestic. We should play after this.
Yeah, with all my copious amounts of spare time.
I took your light.
How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
Shocking, truly.
Hey, I'm just helping you out, you know?
Oh, I remember with Illuminate, when the art for that was discovered, everyone was so certain that she was going to be a hero, and I remember seeing like all these theories online talking about like, oh, you know, we're getting this or we're getting this, or like she's definitely a hero. And then they found out that she was on a common card, and everyone was completely mystified. And then there was, I think at one point there was a couple of people who were trying to petition to make her a hero in future sets, and there have been theories that she will be a hero in a future set. Like, just seeing the community's response to new cards is always so great.
Mm-hmm. Bubble, I need Sam to sign this for me. Just gonna save that here.
There are 2 packs. Yeah. Oh, there's 3 packs left. Okay. I think you've been going through yours a little bit faster than mine. Mostly because I get distracted talking.
I like how these came out. Because we had concepts of having the light and dark in one packet, but this really beats like all the concepts, I feel. Yeah, especially when they actually turn out like left and right from the box.
Honestly, I think they're my second favorite pack design, just because the way that they look and the foil is so nice. Though my favorite pack design is always going to be the packs for Everfest. Partially because of the actual way that they look, but also partially because between the aesthetic of them and then also the fact that they're paper, it kind of feels like you're handling tickets. Which...
It was meant to be designed from tickets. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does feel like you're just like opening your ticket to the Everfest, which is great.
Good. It's your card.
Oh yeah, I remember working on these. This was so fun. For the 3 cards that Eleanor worked on, we always I'm gonna wait until this is talking. I remember working.
Just wait. Sealed event for the Welcome to Raid Alpha Draft. Your top 8 standings have been posted.
I remember working with.
If you have made the top 8, please make your way up to the red side of that stage.
I remember working. Oh my god.
For Casey Glass. Casey, you are in the room. Please make your way up to the red side of that stage. Once again, Casey Glass, if you are in the room, please make your way up to the red side of that stage.
Okay, I remember working on this set of 3 cards with Eleanor and supplying the stories because we really wanted them to have that very not in the Flesh and Blood sense, but the very fabled feel of these stories that have sort of passed down through multiple iterations. And seeing the concept art that came back for these was stunning. She did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
I think they're probably among my favorite cards in Flesh and Blood, just because I love her art style.
I love
so much. It's
like a mural.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And the textures that she uses for the golds.
Oh, it's so good. And I love all 3 of them, and when they're next to one another as well, they look like they're telling some kind of larger story, which is exactly what we were hoping for. And there were sort of these little short pieces that were given to her just to sort of help set the tone.
Yeah.
So that they would look like they depicted a story. And she did such a great job. I love them so much.
Yeah.
So, last pack. What do you think is going to be in it?
Fable.
Don't set that kind of expectation. Though actually, I think my favorite card to work on ever was, because when I was working as a creative writer for the company, I didn't get to work on many cards directly, but the Great Library of Solana is definitely sort of the card that I always hold very near and dear to my heart. Like working on that and being able to...
And you got a print of it from Federico.
I did! I bought a print while I was here, and Federico signed it for me. He's absolutely lovely. But working on that was so exciting and so fun, and to be able to showcase such an important part of Solana was incredible. Plus all the little details that he added in that piece as well. He did such an amazing job.
Prism running in the background,
Prism running in the background, yeah.
In a hurry, as per usual. I like how you're nicely sorting them. And I sorted them based from the artists we have here. I'm like, I might get these signed.
It's habit because, especially opening Welcome to Rathe, because that was the first time I'd opened an entire box of trading cards before.
Yeah.
And I very quickly realized that there was a reason people sort them, because otherwise you get to the end of opening multiple boxes and you can't find anything. Okay, well I have to put Phantasmaclasm up for the raffle. Like I love this piece of art already, just because the visual of kind of all of these stories and these creatures coming to life as an illusion to fight back an army is fantastic. But also because it just looks so nice in foil.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably the best card I pulled as well.
So 2 cards for James, did you say?
As many as you'd like.
Okay. James would definitely love this. Lumina Ascension. He plays Bolton, so I'll put it out there. Right here. And maybe Seek Enlightenment.
Yeah.
You can also choose to sign them or do sketches on them. It's all completely your choice.
Cool. You pulled the foil version of your card, right?
Definitely Eclipse of Existence. Yes.
Oh yes, true. You could sign that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay, I have 2. 1 foil. Okay. Yes. Okay, for James.
I think I'll include Prismatic Shield
and this
as well.
Are those okay? For James? That's a lot. Sorry, James.
I feel like there's a definite theme to the cards that we're including. Also, I'm surprised by the number of brute foils that I picked on this.
Dark Side.
Oh, okay. No, so these are my 3. The illusionist theme was not intentional, but yeah, I have to include Herald of Ravages because I love this card so much. It's so special to me. It's great. So these are the 3 that I'm including for the raffle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I'll choose 4, just for James.
Thanks for being a part of this.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
On our next episode.
Okay, it's recording.
All right.
I will make a short introduction, which is superfluous.
Yes.
Right. Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit TV. Many Flesh and Blood players asked the question, how is it to do a video together with Brian, the professor from Tolarian Community College?
I think you should.
It appears to be a pleasure, at least so far.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this.
You're really welcome. It's an honor to have you here.
The honor is all mine.
Did you enjoy the weekend so far?
So it's just getting started, but already it's an enormous crowd. All these people playing Flesh and Blood. It's wild and just an electricity in the air of just joy and excitement. I love it. I love it. Oh, you wanted me to sign it?
Sure.
Oh,
sure. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
If you would like to sign.
Oh, I thought you said you. Oh, I don't.
Please.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I thought you said you wanted me to sign it.
If we've got it double signed, like by you and by James, it's gonna be even better for auctioning it off.
Okay.
Episode 6. Crucible of War with a Professor. January 5th, 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you had a great start in 2023 and the year will be a good one for you. May you always have that one go again and resource at hand when you need it. Stay or become healthy, and may the odds be ever in your favor. We start this year's content with a video manifesting one of the biggest honors I did receive in 2022. But before we get to that, let's recap which cards we have pulled from our boxes so far. By way of a priceless share of memories and perspective, Nicole and MJ added a total of 7 Monarch First Edition cards to the pool, including a themed rainbow foil sets of illusionist cards. If you have not seen that video yet, take the time and extend your own view on the game and in particular its art and concept by watching or listening to the insights these 2 key figures of the world of Rathe did share with the Flesh and Blood community. Moving on from Monarch and cracking the triad of Feb's first sets, the next stop on our journey is a box of Crucible of War First Edition, the first supplemental set of Flesh and Blood. This set was and still is very special to us, as it was the first one we were, finally, able to acquire first edition boxes of, as after a long wait, Blackfire had eventually picked up Flesh and Blood for distribution in Europe. Of the few boxes I personally own, I had opened none before Pro Tour Lille, and the one we opened at Worlds in the following video is just the second one of mine to become unsealed. With this box being very precious to me personally, I was very happy and honored to be joined for this opening by one of the greats of content creation today, Brian, aka the professor from Tolarian Community College. As you will realize when you watch the video, and I am not ashamed to admit it, I was quite a bit nervous filming this one together with Brian, as I felt this undertaking was stealing away so much time from his schedule. Thankfully, we did get something nice from this box, as you will see shortly.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit TV. Many Flesh and Blood players asked the question, how is it to do a video together with Brian, the professor from Tolarian Community College?
I think you should.
You should
Yes.
indeed. It appears to be a pleasure, at least so far.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this.
You're really welcome. It's an honor to have you here.
The honor is all mine.
Did you enjoy the weekend so far?
So it's just getting started, but already it's an enormous crowd. All these people playing Flesh and Blood. It's wild and just an electricity in the air of just joy and excitement. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, me too. Yesterday was a very long and strenuous day, but
yes,
that's also part of it.
Right.
So everybody will be exhausted on Monday and need to rest and lay down for a while. But it's great to be here.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Neither would I.
Okay, so we're opening a pack of Crucible of War First Edition.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. This is the first. You've opened packs?
I've never. This was a little bit. So this was year one, the first expansion set, right? The
That's
first,
right.
not the set. The first.
Yeah.
I was still not yet into the game. So I came in a little bit after this, and I remember I did get some Crucible of War packs, but I never picked up any of the boxes in those early days. So this will be my first real box.
All right, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, of course.
But are you sure? All right. This is literally.
Now or never.
This is my probably my one and only time that I'll be ripping open the wrapping on this beautiful Crucible of War. Very carefully. Woo.
Yeah.
Alrighty, there we go. Okay.
Let's start it. First one's yours, second one's mine.
Okay. I am going to start on the left because I am left-handed. So do that. All right.
So there's some cards which are very expensive in this set.
What are the cards we should be looking for?
The Shiana is great.
Okay.
She's a shapeshifter. She's
Right.
a cold foil in here.
All right.
And also the Fabled is of course of great
Of course,
value.
right. All right. Anything else? Any other big hits we should keep an eye out for?
Oh, sure, there's many of the legendaries and also the Majestics. It's a very rare set, so many
Sure.
are like a few $100s.
Wow.
In Lille we opened a box. That was the first one I opened. I've kept them for this long. And then we had a Crater Fist, which was at that time like $400
Wow.
maybe. Yeah. And it was in like the bottom pack or something.
Well, I guess the tension is increasing as we get closer to it. Here it is. Stamp Authority.
All right, that's a foil Majestic.
Yeah. Look at that. All right. Stamp your authority there.
Got
and
it.
then we got Talishar the Lost Prince.
Yeah, rare. And another rare. So this was a good pack to start with.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck going forward then. With
I'm
that.
gonna sleeve all the rares.
Yes.
Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah. It's hard. If it wouldn't be so hard to get everybody on board in time, Tautini would have been here. Paul, if you see this, I'm sorry. I got the professor and I just went for it. I had hoped to share this one with you. You would have had all the knowledge about the set, which I don't have. And yeah, so I'm sorry, Paul.
Sorry, Paul. Combustible Courier. I have that in my dash deck. Katsu, the Wanderer. I already have it.
If you see any... yeah, and Crucible first?
I do.
Oh, okay. Salt the Wound.
Meet and Greet. And here we... No, it's the... Ooh! Ira Crimson Haze.
Nice. Foil, another Edge of Autumn. What got you most regarding Flesh and Blood? Was it the artwork or the mission statement to bring people together?
I mean, I liked the whole... I liked choosing a hero and equipping it. High Speed Impact, I run that one as well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I got very excited about the idea of you get your hero and you pick what weapons they have, you pick their armor, and you customize them in that way. That got me very excited.
And the fact that players start the strongest and go down to their weakest, was that also a factor?
No, I like making choices. And so I like, my hero will wear this on her feet or this on his head. Okay. And that to me was very interesting. And so I started looking at all those choices of equipment. And I really like that. All right, Foreboding Bolt. Riled up, get all riled up. Emerging Dominance. Increase the tension. Hit and run. Swing first, think later. Consuming Volition, and we got a Rune Chant.
That's never wrong.
Beautiful. Oh, Heron's Flight.
You know what, for a non-native speaker, this is a great way to learn English as well.
Yes, yes. Got your nice little there.
And the Promise of Plenty.
That is promising us good things to come.
Yeah. That's the card I got signed. I pulled a foil one in Lille.
Yes.
And then I went up to James White and had it signed, and he said, "Why the Promise of Plenty?" And I said, "James, look around. Isn't this just..."
That's great. Sutcliffe's research notes.
That's also such a good notion to have someone researching its storytelling by a card in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Riled up. Torrent of Tempo.
Yeah. Action in it. Chokeslam. This is one of the reference to wrestling.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Swing first. Swing fist. Path and Helix. And there's a foil coming up. Snap.
Alright, let's see it. Another Rune Chant. Double Rune Chant.
Alright. And the
Twinning Blade.
Wow,
hey.
Okay, that's nice.
That's very nice. I love the art on that. That art is
it's like
so nice.
Classic art?
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I like. That's what I like about it. I like that so much.
And the cash in.
Cash in.
Which has become more interesting the last days.
Yes.
All right, next one. Lead Strike.
Another choke slam. Foreboding Bolt. Out for blood.
That's one hell of a good card.
Yes. Rousing Aether.
Emerging Dominance.
All right.
And a meet and greet. Nice wordplay.
Yes, indeed. And we got a Tripwire Trap.
All right.
Who do you like to play? Who's your favorite
Dorinthia.
hero? Dorinthia, your classic.
At first, once we finally got WTR product, which it was impossible to get any cards up until 2020.
Yeah.
Like October 2020. And then I wanted to just start playing, and I had hoped to build the easiest deck to play, which was Rhina, but it somehow didn't work out, and I had no clue about deck building.
Yeah.
And I came from Magic. I started playing Magic at revised times.
Yes.
So I had an idea of how to construct the deck, and of course all those ideas were not working.
Yes.
Which I knew before I started, but I had no clue either way. So I built a Rhina deck, but it just didn't work. And that's why I think It's yours, right?
This is mine? I forget. You just opened that.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
The tested constructed decks, though lacking in parts, are a great way because you can play them out of the box.
Oh, sure. I wish it was a little less expensive, that
that's
one.
Right.
But yes.
Yeah. Which would also make the cards like Listening Steelblade less expensive.
Right.
Which would be nice.
I like the Glistening Steelblade. Then a Combustible Courier. Let's see if we get one of each. We've got 1 and 3, so let's see if we get 1, 2, 3.
Another
More
research
research notes. And wow, double. That's cool. That's beautiful. Oh, and there's Dauntless.
And another Warrior.
Perfect for your Duranthea deck. Cindering Foresight.
Did you go the Artist Alley yesterday?
A little bit, yes. Yes.
I'm
really glad. Oh, wow. I'm glad Sam Yang is here because he's hard to get a hold of.
Yeah.
He doesn't make it out to a lot of these events. All right, you're up next.
This one's And your plans for today are just staying here and
get some casual games, some side events, maybe a little. Do you play Commoner at all?
I rarely play at all. I built this one Dorinthia deck, and just to have one deck I can play and start getting a hold on. But Commoner not yet. But Commoner in one of our stores in Essen, Commoner has been the most well-liked format ever.
Commoner's a lot of fun. You can build decks for $5.
We had 16 people playing Commoner recently, and that's a good amount of people showing up.
Yeah.
Right now.
Flying Kick.
And we've got another Majestic down there.
Let's see it. It is Stamp Authority.
Stamp Authority. And a Barrage and Kick. Alright. Up.
Oh, is that a 2? Look at that.
Yeah.
There we go. We got our 1, 2, 3. Boom. Red, yellow, blue.
Yep. That's a 4.
Sleep Dart. Snapback. Blessing of Serenity. Hit and Run. And it's an Emerging Dominance. Oop, High Speed Impact.
And
Dauntless.
another Dauntless. Warrior cards are never wrong. It's always good to have more of those. Okay. Yeah, so this is the first product we got first edition from. After trying for a long time, it was Rudy who, when I was coming back for a 20-year TCG hiatus, and then I started watching your content, watching Rudy's content, watching MTG Goldfish content to get somewhere again, which was all very helpful. So thanks for doing all those videos. And then Rudy had something else he showed, and that was Flesh and Blood. And WTR, I still thought, well, maybe this is the next game, which will die soon. But then came Arcane Rising, and I said, no, this is gonna last.
No, we're at 3 years. Ooh, Towering Titan.
Titan foil. Yeah. And then we started. We wanted to get product. We started trying to acquire it, but it was futile.
Yeah, sure.
It was we just couldn't get any of it.
And now is it easy? Is it easier now?
First edition of Alpha and Arcane Rising is impossible.
Well, no, but I mean to keep up to date with the new sets.
Yeah, it's super easy because Blackfire became the distributor for Europe.
Yeah.
And they are running smooth business, doing a great job supplying Europe with packs. Yeah, that's great. So shout out to the Blackfire team. Bartel, vielen Dank für die gute Zusammenarbeit stets. Thanks for the good cooperation.
How do I say good job in German?
Gut gemacht would be a good translation.
Gut gemacht?
Gut gemacht, yeah.
Gut gemacht. Good gemacht. How do I say I'm sorry, my German is terrible? I'm sorry, my German is terrible. Yes. Golden Club, and oh no, it's the next one after the choke slam is Cindering Foresight.
The foiling is just good.
Yeah. Love looking at it. Another Towering Titan, and behind that, ooh.
And Northern Skies.
Pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Now it would be nice to have something big for the raffle.
Yeah, let's get a big one. What's our biggest thing so far?
That's a good
Yeah, we need a big thing. Let's get in this pack here. It's got the big thing.
Legendary.
We've got it.
Any legendary would be nice. This
there
one?
we go. This one. I'm saying it.
Legendary in here. Okay. Emerging Dominance. Predatory Assault. The Research Notes. No. Partner Helix. Consuming Volition. So no legendary in. Okay, but we've got a few packs left.
Yeah.
Whew, okay.
I meant this one. I meant this one.
The Crucible of War one, right?
Right, it's in the Crucible of War one.
Yeah.
You know what happens is the cold foils sink to the bottom. They sink.
They're heavy,
Yeah, they are. So they sink. So it might be a little bit more towards the bottom. We'll see. I think this is the one, though.
You know, the sink belows are always on the bottom.
Right.
Yeah. Do you get to play a lot?
Yeah, I've got some friends. Do you know Red Zone Rogue?
Yeah, sure. I made a video with him yesterday.
He lives 15-20 minutes drive from me, so we have him over. Yeah. Have him over to play a lot.
I realized it was the same state, but I didn't know it was.
Yeah, no, he's nice and close. There's another Combustible Courier, but we got our 3. Ooh, a foil one.
You're getting the set here.
There we go. That is nice. Cindering Foresight.
And another Dauntless. So that's great if you have someone nearby you can do that type of content with.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Staying creative, I guess, is also it can be a challenge at times, or
I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, okay,
I do.
Good. So it's right.
Up for blood, and what did we get? We got a Salty Wound. Remorseless, nice. I love that's some of my favorite art. I love that art a lot.
Art-wise, it's it's very nice. Okay, take this away.
All right. Dorinthia, that's for you. That's your fave. So there you go. There's your Dorinthia.
Consumer, that is also some kind of artwork.
Yes. All right. And we got Hit and Run. Poison the Tips for Ranger. Ranger Majestic.
So
and another promise. I hope you needed Promise of Plenties.
Not that many, but
no,
I'm happy to get them either way. All right. Now, when we opened the first packs, we were always comparing to the first Magic packs we opened, and also the art.
Right.
And you remember the Mountain Goat art?
Sure.
And
yes.
We didn't see a Mountain Goat in here, so that was good. It was a good sign that the art was on a high level throughout.
Yep. Towering Titans and a Crane Dance. Okay.
Ooh, okay, we could get more.
Yeah.
But the good ones sink down.
This one right here will have it. Alright, we're on Mistblade, Meet and Greet, Overblast, Out for Blood, Increase the Tension, Hit and Run, Swing Fist, but here we go. Up for Foreboding Bolt and High Speed Impact.
All right.
Barraging Bighorn.
Do you have a favorite artist?
I do not have a favorite artist. I like all of them.
Overblast. And it mixes nicely as well.
Oh yeah, that's in my dash deck as well. A lot of my dash deck cards are in here. I'm hoping to get, see some of the equipment.
And even though the dash character isn't strictly fantasy, it still works, right?
Yes.
It's really
I like dash. Oh, Spoils of War.
Foil. Okay.
Wow.
This we should put aside.
Yes. That's a good one.
I guess it's the best so far.
Yeah, it is. Ooh.
Put this one here.
And we got a Cavadine.
Yeah. And once reinforce the line. Okay. How many packs have we left? That's 6 packs left after this one.
Okay. We can go through the commons a little.
Yep.
We've seen them all at this point.
Yeah. Crush the
Nebula Blade. Choke Slam. Here we go. It's
Barraging Bighorn.
Yeah.
Foil Rare.
Chain Lightning. Beautiful art.
Yeah.
And Dauntless.
And another Dauntless.
Commons here.
Tongue of Temple. Boarding Bolt. For another workshop. Arcane Helix. Riled up. Gambler's Gloves.
Nice.
First edition. That's
nice. I love that.
And that's our cold foil.
There's your cold foil.
All right, cold foil Majestic. That's a good hit.
That's a very good hit, and it's awesome card.
Nice. That's good. Good for the rest. Good for the rest. All right. 5 more.
So what do you think? Was that those our best?
Yeah.
Are we done? Is the box done?
We're never done. We need a new
Never
box,
done.
right?
All right.
Combustible Courier. Sleep Guard. Snapback.
Blessing of Serenity.
Some boxes have no cold foils at all. Some have 2, so we might even hit a second one.
Yep.
But we've got a good hit. That's.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Dash.
Dash.
Thank you. Put it with the combustible
Okay.
couriers.
Yeah.
Oh, Cano. Very nice.
Interested?
Yeah, sure. I love hero cards, so.
Swing Fist once more. The hit and run.
Tripwire Trap. A lot for your brute deck. Yeah.
And a Harmonized Kodachi. Alright. So the last one's gonna be yours as well.
Alright, that'll be the lucky one. Or the unlucky one. Overblast. Death Dealer. Copper.
Dawn
Blade. Workshop. Dominance, alright. And it's Meet and Greet. Yeah. Dauntless. And a Crane Dance. Nah.
Okay. Another Meet and Greet. Push forward. Do you think Teppy Toast Claus is ever gonna do this?
I think she might.
She's hilarious.
She is so fun.
The videos are so funny. Predatory Assault.
High Speed Impact.
And a Towering Titan. Alright, last pack. You already got a good Majestic.
Let's clear let's see here. See if we can do this.
Yep.
Here we are.
Legendary coming in. Last pack magic.
Hit and Run. Pathing Helix. Workshop.
Push forward.
Push forward. Rousing Ether. Copper. And Blessing of Sincerity. It's this one. Boom.
Rock Slide Tread. Morvian Skies and a Promise of Plenty.
Well, we end on a promise of plenty.
This says open more boxes, right?
Yes, right, sure. Keep going.
Thanks a lot.
Yes.
You can pick whichever card you want for the raffle, any number,
Do you know
any
which
card.
which is worth more?
So this is a Cold Foil Majestic, it's gonna be worth more for Gambler's Gloves. But you can enter both into the raffle.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. But the more cards are entered, it
Yes.
might dilute the chance to pull the really expensive ones.
Okay, well I'll sign the Spoils of War then. Or should I sign the Gambler's Glove? You tell me which.
We're gonna enter the Gambler's Gloves.
Gambler's Gloves, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
you wanted me to sign it?
No, sure.
Oh.
Sure, go ahead.
Are you sure?
If you would like to sign it.
Oh, I thought you said you. Oh, I don't.
Please.
Are you, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I thought you said you wanted me to sign it.
If we've got it double signed, like by you and by James, it's gonna be even better for auctioning it
Okay.
off. So
there you go.
If you want any of these cards, go ahead, pick them. We've set these aside if you want other hero cards or any other cards.
Let me refresh my memory. What did we get? That was really cool. Let's see.
While that's going on, we say goodbye. Till next time. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Thank you so much for having me.
On our next episode.
Everybody good?
Yeah, we're all good, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you're doing the intro?
Yeah.
Go on then, yeah.
Okay. This one is gonna be a legendary one. Not just because we're gonna pull a legendary in the box we're gonna open, fingers crossed, but also because we've got two members of the Living Legend podcast.
That's right, yeah. That's a great segue into that, isn't it? It's going to be a legendary opening. Yeah. We've got the Living Legends here.
Two-thirds of the Living Legends podcast.
Episode 7. Arcane Rising, with S from Go Again Gaming and Kel from Red Zone Rogue. January 12th, 2023. And then the cardboard gods were with us. The crew first box gave us a really good pull, a cold foil Gambler's Gloves. As of January 2023, this card, pack fresh, is worth around $300 to $400 depending on your local market. And that is without Brian's signature or James's signature and ungraded. What a fantastic contribution to our pool. Thanks again to the professor for co-hosting this one and laying his fortunate hands on these packs. Making our last but one stop, it's time for our Arcane Rising box. While almost the last box opening to be published in this series, it was actually the first video we filmed on site. Plus, my two co-hosts for this one were also the ones to reply the quickest when I wrote them up at first, a fact I took as a strong sign of a great co-op to come to fruition in San Jose eventually. And indeed, all things as and Kel were just absolutely pleasant and fun, which supposedly will show during the next few minutes. As part of the Living Legends podcast team, the two were so well in tune that a new and less experienced face such as mine in this case wasn't enough to not make the opening a joyful and entertaining event. These qualities were also recognized during the 2022 Flesh and Blood Awards season, where the Living Legends podcast received the honor as Best New Podcast from 983 Media's Speedy Awards and, individually, Dice Commander's Community Content Creator Awards crowned as Go Again Gaming, the top cult leader, and Kel, Red Zone Rogue, was credited as content creator to produce the most positive hype in 2022. All perfectly deserved. In case you missed these awards, the info cards are nearby. Now, let's get to it. 24 packs of out-of-print fun and arcane excitement.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit TV. And this one is gonna be a legendary one. Not just because we're gonna pull a legendary in the box we're gonna open, Fingers crossed. But also because we've got 2 members of the Living Legend podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a great segue into that, isn't it? It's going to be a legendary opening. We've got the Living Legends here.
Two-thirds of the Living Legends podcast.
2/3.
Yeah, shout out to you, Bill, if you're watching this. It's a shame you're not here, mate, but next year. So we were invited to open this set because we love the heroes in this set, basically. So, yeah. I love Azalea, he loves Azalea as well, and Viscerai.
Everybody loves Azalea, right?
Yeah.
Everybody not loving Azalea.
Yeah, Arcane Rising's like my favorite set. It's the set that came out kind of when I started playing. I started playing with Welcome to Rathe, but it was like the newest set that was starting to come out. It was really, really exciting.
Yeah.
It was my first spoiler video ever. I think it was the first time LSS did spoilers just in general. Super exciting. I love the set. I've never opened up a Eye of Ophidia. I would love to open up an Eye of Ophidia here. That would be awesome.
Today is the day. It's good for everybody.
Eye would be good. Oh, there's some really good hits in this set. We got Eye, we got Command and Conquer, we got Art of War.
Yeah.
Arcanite Skullcap.
Arcanite Skullcap.
Yeah.
But there's still some really good Majestics too, so there's some good hits we can get.
Plus, we get to see some of our favourite heroes as well at the same time.
Do you know how to crack it like a banana?
I don't know.
So this is how you open
Peel
it.
the banana.
You crack it like this down the side. Look at that. You don't even need a knife or anything. You're good to go. I've probably opened up like 70 of these, so yeah. Good amount.
Okay. So how are we going to do this? One pack at a time?
Yeah. Sure. Let's go for it. Here you can have. I opened the seal. You can get the first crack.
Okay, I'm going to choose this one because obviously it's Azalea. Praise be our supreme leader.
So set this over here. Okay. See the card.
This is the first one.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Let's do it. Right off the bat, as Art of War. Let's go.
Okay. So do you want to check the view?
Better, yeah.
Is that all good, yeah? Alright, so we've got Ravenous Rabble, yellow, which is garbage. Foresight, Whisper of the Oracle.
That's playable.
Fate Foreseen, Best of the First Fist, Oath of the Arc Knight, and Become the Arc Knight.
That's not bad.
So we've got a nice little Viscerai pack going on here, and a shiny Eight of Flare.
Yeah, here, let's take out all of the super rares or higher.
Yeah. Okay.
So take out the Become the Arc Knight there. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Alright. Alright, here we go. Second pen. Hey yo, check it out, Azalea.
Oh, there she is, look.
There you go, Az.
The babe.
Azalea for you. Alrighty. So Crystal Point, really underrated card. I actually really like this in Commoner. It's a sweet card. Rifting, Come to Fight's another really fun one to play. Bracers, we got a Ranger card for you.
That's it.
Cognition Nodes, and then a Hyperdriver. A card that's actually going to be released, reprinted in Dynasty. You can
in all colours as well, right?
Yeah, in all colours. So you can actually use this with the new Hyper Mechanoid to make it into like the big mech, which is kind of cool. Yeah. And then the rest of the pack is just kind of the commons here.
That also was a great video you did with Brian.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
So funny.
And it was a brilliant mix of storyline cards. How to build your deck.
Let me crack a.
Yeah. Viscerai, this is the character I started with because I used this very emo, very sort of, a warlock. I love purple as well, so yeah, it throws me right back.
Viscerai was one of my favorites too when I first started. I think one of my first decks that I really got into was OTK Viscerai.
Yeah.
Really
I think that's why we get along so well, because we like the same heroes.
I mean, yeah. I love Flesh and Blood. I love all the heroes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Got Irina's Prayer.
Yeah, so Shiny Irina's Prayer. 3 rares in that pack. But nothing spicy, unfortunately. Crack Bauble, that's always good.
Yeah. You'll get Sam Yang's here at Worlds. You can go get Sam Yang to sign a Crack Bauble.
Yeah.
Do you have any connection to archery? Because since Azalea is an archer, you mentioned something on your podcast.
I don't do archery. You do?
No, I think it's just mainly like the characters that we play in like Dungeons and Dragons and other RPGs.
You do like archers.
I love rogue characters and ranger characters and stuff. So.
Nothing much in that one.
I
thought it's an Englishman. Everybody would shoot longbow and longbow at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, in England we have a lot of stones lying around because we drink stone soup.
Yeah. We did talk about that in an episode.
Stone soup. Yeah, it's really nice.
Stone soup.
Sun Kiss. We all remember that from the UPF video.
Yeah.
When I played Briar, Life Game. Push the Point, Robe of Rapture.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, it can't be used. Pursuit of Knowledge.
That's
I do like that one. And a shiny tape cover. Yeah. don't know why I got so excited about that. I run it in my deck.
It's super rare, man.
Yeah.
So it's a hit.
Cool.
So for those of you who don't know, for Arcane Rising and also Welcome to Rathe, there was the super rare rarity, which only exists in those two sets. After that, they changed it to Majestic. So even in reprint sets, stuff like Become the Arc Knight are now Majestic. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Normally when you open up a box of this, I think on average you'd get about 4 supers and 2 Majestics. So we'll see if we can beat the odds. Maybe we can get 3 Majestics. Getting a foil Majestic is actually really, really spicy for these old sets because they're really hard to pull. This is a great staple card in Flesh and Blood, especially the red one. Ooh, speaking of a Majestic, we got a Teklo Core. That's pretty nice. Great dash specialization there. And we have a little Spellblade Assault. Some good commons here. And as his favorite emo boy, Viscerai.
There he is, look at his hair.
Yeah.
Woo.
Look at that.
Lovely old job.
Yeah.
Right then. I'll go with this Viscerai pack. We all good still?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. So Rune Chant in the back. So we've got Moonwish, red. Always block a Moonwish, people. Always. Vigor Rush. Lead the Charge. Blue Faithful Sea. I wonder who runs those. Not me. Braces of Belief. Take Aim, one of my favourites. Aether Spindle. And a shiny Reverberate. Cool. But nothing notable, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, like, this set's really good for commons as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good playable common generics and that kind of stuff. A lot of stuff from this set gets into the decks or the heroes that play them. So, like, you have, like, Read the Runes for Runeblade. That's, still really good in Viscerai. So there's still some, like, great stuff in the set. We have Lead the Charge is actually interesting. I think you could see play in the future. Null Runes. Everyone got to play your Null Rune. Yeah. Aether Spindle's cool. Take cover for Az, and then just a shiny Voltic Bolt, which
I do like the look of that one,
which is nice. Oh, it's super nice.
Any lightning cards, like the Tales of Aria ones as well, look so nice when they're shiny.
Yeah, a lot of like the magic effect ones look really, really good.
Yeah. Cool. Of course. Azalea.
We haven't gotten Adult Azalea yet, so maybe we'll get it here.
Yeah. Okay, Crucible Rathe Weave. Sunkiss, I just keep loving the Sunkiss and Moonwish. Vigor Rush, Come to Fight, Hardavra's Contraband, Vessel of First Fist, Open the Art Light, Enchanting Melody, and Rune Flash Shiny. Again, another one that's quite nice. And some common stuff in the back.
Alright. Come on, we can get there. Come on. Legendary, that'd be sick. Let's get a legendary here. Like we said at the top of the show, Living Legends podcast, we gotta get a legendary,
It's gotta be done, isn't it? It's written in the stars.
Exactly. Stir, I think we were banned in Blitz. Zorb, and then we have a good old Locked and Loaded. Very cyberpunk looking card. It totally does. It totally looks like it's set up like cyberpunk.
Do you know why the set was called Arcane Rising when it's got like Ranger, it's got the Pits, it's got Demonastery, it's got Wizard, and it's got obviously Dash as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the first introduction of the arcane damage mechanic. And so introduced the arcane damage mechanic with, I believe it was Voltic Bolt was the first card they showed. It was one of the pure arcane damage classes, and no one knew what it did, like what arcane damage meant. They're like, what does this even mean? How do you prevent the arcane damage? And this is before they showed off the Null Rune stuff. So for a time, everyone was freaking out because they were like, we can't even deal with this. It's just gonna burn us out. So it was pretty fun and exciting.
Also, originally the Arachnid was supposed to be an Arcane Rising, so it would have been even a more arcane set.
Yeah. If you look at these cards as well, there is a lot of top deck matters like Fateful Scene,
a lot of
Foresight, a lot of opt in this set.
Plunder's still pretty good. We have a Throttle. Yeah, so apparently the whole set was supposed to be themed around top deck matters, right? And Arachne was not working well with the other heroes in the set, and so for that they cut him and they brought in Viscerai, I think, to kind of like fill in that void. I also heard that Azalea was a little bit of a late include. James talked about how it didn't have as much development time as some of the other heroes.
And wasn't there a story that they had to scale back on Ranger because it was too powerful or something like that?
Something to that effect. Oh, there's a foil common there.
Full vest.
A full vest. Hey, let's put that one aside too. It might not be worth a ton, but it's a very, very playable card.
Yeah.
I think there are some Blitz decks that you would actually run that over Tunic, depending on what you're doing. And obviously it's like really, really good in Commoner. We still have at least, probably, a Majestic and a couple Super Rares. Maybe still a Legendary. I think you can get a foil and a Legendary, so the hope is still good. We have a Whisper, Mage Master, Aether Spindle. Oh, we have another Super Rare. This is a staple for Kano. And then a good old foil Sunkiss.
Yeah.
Love those meme decks, you know? Alright. So there's that pack.
That's right.
Yeah. So Arcane Rising was like my first like big set that I got into. As what was yours?
Exactly the same. This is the first product I opened, was Arcane Rising.
Nice.
So fitting that we were invited to do it. So Spellblade was sold, Life for a Life, Ridge Rider shot.
Because it was important for quite a few people, for us as well as a store. I remember watching videos to get back into trading card games after I had a hiatus for 20 years. Then we decided to open the store, the first one. And that's when I consumed a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And among those were release videos.
Oh, yeah.
And I had already watched the Welcome to Rathe.
Nothing special, but this is actually, if it was a draft pack, this is actually not too bad. All reds.
Yeah.
And then you had some good ones like Fate Foreseen, Come to Fight, and Rifting are all like pretty good and limited. So if this is a draft, this would actually be a pretty spicy pack. There's a lot of reds in here too. So yeah, not bad.
And of course, this is a draftable set. So
yeah, it's one of those sets that LSS talks about, kind of. I wouldn't say regretting because it really wasn't their fault. But it's a set that launched like right as COVID started to happen, and a lot of like in-store play, limited, sealed draft didn't happen because of that. And it's a set that kind of got overlooked, and it's one that James always says like that they wish got drafted more. So if you can go out and get a box of like Arcane Rising and draft it with some friends, it's recommended. It's a very unique experience.
And also, there's not that many boxes left anymore.
Yeah.
Out of print by now.
Yeah.
Yep. Out of print. The boxes, out of all of the unlimited sets, it's actually one of the more expensive unlimited products because there's some really, really nice cards in the set. Fun to run. Reduce is a really, really good one for Viscerai. We have a Vigor Rush. Yeah, the red Reduce is like
OTK style.
Key card for like an OTK style deck. Really, really good.
So always costs nothing, basically, and you're getting a rune chant off the back of it as well.
For the most part, it's a 0 4-block defense reaction where you get a rune chant, which is great.
Yeah.
Does everything you want to do in like an OTK deck.
Whisper, Null Rune, Study 8 Winds, Aether Sync,
yeah.
Vigor Rush. There's some other commons on the back, of course.
Aether Sync, I would say, is not one of the more powerful ones.
No.
Not exactly. Alright, let's see. We still got some packs left, so there's so this is another good pack. We have Fate Foreseen and Come to Fight is pretty good. Bracers, Pedal, Aether Spindle, and a Life. That's still kind of a pretty card. I do like the Aether Spindles too.
It's the Opt one.
Definitely been, it's the Opt one. Definitely been killed by that card. Well, not directly by it, but it's like indirectly, right? They get an opt and then set up a turn where they just combo kill you.
Yeah. Okay. Point, Card Avarice, Achilles, Enchanted Melody.
Another Plunder Run, nice.
Plunder Run, Index, etc.
How many packs are left?
There are 3
packs
left. All
Come on.
I think, there's a very good chance that we get another Majestic here. So hopefully it's in these 3 packs. Absorb an Aether. Cut to the metal. Oh, it's a foil tome. That's not too bad.
Okay.
It's a foil super rare.
Yeah. 3 super rares in this box so far.
Yeah, actually we have 4 if you include the foil.
Yeah.
We got 2 more packs left as pick your poison.
Let's go with Kano.
Alright, I gotta
a hero that I know really well.
known Kano player, Go Again
Absolutely.
Gaming.
Yeah, let's go. Pay 2, look at the top now, it's not pay 3. Right then, rifting. Focus, Ruby Charge, Moon Wisp, Null Rune Boots, Pour the Mold, Convection Amplifier, and a blue
Okay. Alright. Alright, last pack, here we go.
First pack magic.
Fingers crossed.
Hose Town Supreme.
Alright, so let's do this, alright? Fingers crossed. Majestic in this pack. I think for any Majestic, a foil Command and Conquer would be nice.
Yeah,
Foil Command and Conquer.
Nice finish.
A foil Art of War would also be very nice. So let's see
those
what we
are
can
in
get.
this set as well.
We got Take Aim. Oh, hey, we got a Ranger one.
Yeah.
3 of a kind, there we go. That's a good one.
The
And
best
then
way to end
a
it.
Drawn to the Dark Dimension. And then we have rounding out the pack, the very pretty dash here. So I would say this is what you would call from Arcane Rising. This is a pretty average box, right? We had 4 or so super rares. We got 2 Majestics. Yeah, I would say it's a pretty average box.
Yeah.
There's some pretty fun cards like 3 of a kind. I think 3 of a kind's a card that saw a decent price spike at one point when Lexi was doing really well.
Yeah.
And I think it's a card, since it's a generic Ranger card that lets you draw 3 cards, will always be relevant if Ranger's kind of around and kind of in the meta. So this is a card that I think is one that's if you have a couple, worth hanging on to, because the next set that comes out, if Ranger's a big thing, this is always one you want to look at. So I think this is always a really solid one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. And it's a good way to end it as well, because Azalea, baby, 3 of a kind.
Still no favorite card.
Yeah.
Not yet in Ireland.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Which ones do you want to enter into the raffle?
Yeah.
Right. Let's do at least 3 of a kind. Is there one that you would like to do as?
Probably this one. Become the Arc Knight.
Become the Arc Knight?
Yeah.
Do we want to do any other ones? There's a foil here. There's also the Teklo Core. You want to toss in these 3?
Okay, yeah.
So we got the 3 of a kind, we got 2 specializations. Alright, let's do it.
Nice.
Alright.
Cool.
Good picks.
Awesome.
Thanks for your memories.
Yeah, thank you.
I suppose we're gonna have a good weekend ahead of us.
Absolutely,
still.
yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. We've still
It's
got a whole
Worlds,
day.
guys.
Yeah, we've still got a whole day here.
We have 2 more days after this.
Two more days, yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank
See
you.
you around.
No problem.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 See you later, everyone. Thank you very much.
On our next episode.
All right, check one last. All right, we are at the World Championships of Flesh and Blood in San Jose, and we just had our first World Champion, right?
Yep, we've just crowned our very first World Champion, Michael Hamilton.
Yeah.
But yeah, time's flying.
Now then, let's go ahead. Let's rip it.
Let's rip it?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, we're gonna rip it? All right, let's rip it. Find
Of
out.
course,
How
yeah.
to find out, of course.
How to find out
And,
here.
Brave Forge Braces, Mask
Yeah.
of Momentum, Tunic, there's some awesome stuff. This is the set where Tunic began.
Episode 8. Welcome to Rathe with Matt Rogers. January 19th, 2023.
Seems as if more than 2 legendaries were just not meant to be part of our Arcane Rising box opening. Ez and Kel made the most possible out of that box opening though, showing both their knowledge and skill to discuss the set and make the opening an entertaining experience. The podcast legends entered 3 Majestics into our card pool, bringing our card total to 23 in preparation of the final stop to our journey. The Great Welcome to Rathe, rising from the sea of cardboard late 2019 in New Zealand and finally arriving in Europe and most of the rest of the world 1 year later up until the end of 2020. That first public year of Flesh and Blood was not only dominated by a pandemic and a lot of doubt regarding a new game entering the TCG world, but also new faces emerging in the wake of the Fab world we know and love today. Among the key figures of that era is our next and final co-host. He is, by any measure, a multi-talent with a plethora of accomplishments under his belt. New Zealand national champion, live commentary gun for hire, grading expert, author of the Fab with Matt article series, to just name a few of his past and ongoing activities and skills. In his own words, TCG community superfan. My life completely revolves around all aspects of the TCG industry, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Now that's brilliant. Let's have a box of WTR together, Matt Rogers.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of White Rabbit TV. We are at World Championships of Flesh and Blood in San Jose. And we just had our first world champion, right?
Yep, we've just crowned our very first world champion, Michael Hamilton.
You made it.
Yep, with an absolute clinic through with Icelander. And from national calling champion, double calling champion, national champion, and now world champion to complete the story.
He set his course and stayed on it, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of course, we are traveling back in time. This is the last one we are gonna open, the oldest one, WTR, Welcome to Rathe. Unfortunately, I could never obtain an alpha box, so this is an unlimited one. However, the proceeding will be the same. We will open this box, share our memories about this box, about the set. And
I have many.
I'm certain.
I drafted this set a lot. I opened plenty of these boxes and built up decks from it and stuff all at the start. It's 3 years ago now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, time's flying.
Now then, let's go ahead. Let's rip it.
Let's rip it?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, we're gonna rip it? All right, let's rip it.
3 long days.
All right, I'm just gonna open this up, and I'm gonna kind of wipe my hands off before we start handling these cards.
Yeah.
There we go. Fresh. We'll dump them out, eh? Yep. There we go. 24 fresh WTR. Give me a second to sort myself out. Alright, nice and fresh hands.
So we are looking for an
Heart of Finder?
Of course.
Heart of Finder, of course.
Heart of Finder
and,
in here.
Brave Forge Braces, Mask of Momentum, Tunic, there's some awesome stuff. This is the set where Tunic began.
And all for good reason, because you will be able to pick as many cards as you want to, and whichever card you want to.
Yeah.
And that will go into the charity auction, into the raffle for the auction.
Excellent. All right, we'll pick some really nice stuff. So, Scar for a Scar. This is always a draft, amazing draft card. It was in the first thing, but yeah, when you saw one of these in draft, it was a very, very high pick. Unmovable, another high pick card in limited of this set. And the way this pack configuration worked, you'd get the 4 generic cards, you get 1 equipment, so that's your equipment spot, your rare or super rare or higher slot there, and then the foil is tucked nicely in the middle here.
Yep.
So foil Nimble Strike, another good little draft strategy, drafting the Nimbleisms and Nimble Strikes as well. So, and then the class cards. So how this always worked is you'd get 2 of each class card. 1, 2, so you got two Brute, 2 Guardian, 2 Ninja, and then one of the class cards. So it could be anything, but there's only one of it, and then that's Warrior in this pack. So. There you go, that starters
So
off
it was
there.
well leveled regarding classes present on the packs, and that's why it was so well drafted.
Yeah, the limited play for Welcome to Rathe was actually incredible. It was really, really nice. So real balanced format. Obviously they spent years and years on it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So another cool thing in Welcome to Rathe was like the, trying to finish people off with slogism and regurgitating slog, and could even pummel it and stuff. It was crazy, make these massive things. One of the highest picked cards in the set as well was Snapdragon Scalers. This card with Snatch was the 1-2 combo. So Savage Feast was an incredible card as well. 6 power brute card that draws a card for Arsenal, or if you get an extra action point. Snatch again, really powerful, and this is our foil here, Emerging Power.
So back in the day, how many people instantly took up the game and said, okay, I'm gonna go all in like you did?
That's hard to say. I guess different regions were different. New Zealand got behind the game pretty hard because it was a New Zealand game, and we'd grown up with Magic and with James running a lot of events and stuff, and we all really believed in him and the people on board. So New Zealanders got behind the game in a big way. So we got a super rare Cranial Crush there, sort of large blue attack, and then Overpower as well. So foil Overpower there. This was a really good rare, really high pick blue card as well in draft. I talk about draft, but I loved with Welcome to Rathe just like cracking boxes and building up. I'd build up lots of different warrior decks. I played a bit of Guardian, played a bit of Ninja, played just about everything. But yeah, warrior was definitely my favorite class, and I did a lot of different warrior builds. Disable, another hugely powerful card in the draft format. Before Command and Conquer existed, we had Disable. that was poor man's Command and Conquer back in the day. Refraction Boulders, yeah. Oh, and there we go, Glint. We got the Majestic there, the Warrior Majestic. I mean, such a powerhouse card here. So many games of Classic Constructed as well back in that day were like, you know, playing around, like, you know, having to make your decision on whether they would have a Glint in hand or not, you know, or a Singing Steelblade to be able to search the Glint, you know. When that attack with their, you know, their bolters sitting there on a counter as well, it's like, are they going to crack bolters to get go again, or are they going to Glint? And if I block, they get an extra card as well, and then that's an extra pump spell, and Alright, here we go. Hand and cross strap. Generic chests are another really high pick equipment. Like, you would not see this passed around the draft table very far. Amazing in Brute and amazing in Guardian. Yeah. And then playable in the other classes as well.
And the Springs Unique, was it an instant, was it so obvious that this card was strong and one of the best cards in the set?
I think so. Right from the start, everybody was like, well, you know, getting a charge counter every turn, getting a free resource that you don't have to use a card or anything, just like, you know, every 3 turns, was pretty good. Yeah. Also, another one of the highest pick cards, the generic equipment arm slot there, Goliath Gauntlet, like +2, you know, plus in your crush attacks, make it so much harder for them to block and not take 4 damage and get crushed. Staunch response for the foil.
How long did you use WTR as your main set? How long did it take for Arcane Rising to come out?
Quite a while, I think, because that's when, the thing is, when Arcane Rising first came out, COVID hit, and everything went into lockdown. So I remember LSS sent out the product for stores, sent to stores, and then everybody went into lockdown. So a lot of stores didn't even get the product because all the post and everything closed. Like in New Zealand, it went real hard. We went into a hard lockdown. So
successful one.
Yeah. So Arcane Rising was literally the week of release. So it was a bit crazy. Iron Rot head. So Iron Rot's always good value. It's like. The amount of Iron Rots you draft in the format means instead of starting on 20, you start on 21 or 22 or 23. So, Welcome to Rathe was very much about eking every little bit of value. So every single life did count. If you one block, and then things like Snatch, because Snatch was such a big card and limited. Having the one block there to perfectly block up the Snatch and stop them drawing a card was big. Another big card, very underrated card back in Welcome to Rathe was Sigil of Solace, I mean, a lot more should have played this card, there we go, foil Showtime. Nice. So we got, I mean, this was a big one in Welcome to Rathe format. I mean, Showtime was the card. It's Search, Crippling Crush, you got to arsenal it, next turn you draw an extra card, you can dominate a Crippling, and that would be how you close out a few games. So what, we're picking 6 cards for this charity thing?
You pick as many as you want.
But Showtime's got to be
James,
in it.
I suppose, will have to pick like 6, 8 or 10 out of all the cards of all the boxes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we're like putting up nominations, I guess.
That's right.
All right. Well, that Showtime's gonna get nominated then. Crazy Brew. Look at that. So this was always a fun one. I remember
Did
I
you play
lost.
it?
Yeah. Sometimes in limited you would play it. Sometimes in draft, it's still a blue. Sometimes your deck would need extra blues, and like if you were way behind in a game, like if you were getting destroyed and you were maybe 5-6 points or more behind them, and it was very very hard for you to win the game, you could just block out and then just cast Crazy Brew, and then just put the game to a dice roll, find a way to come back through rolling a 6 and just getting so much advantage.
Try it?
Yeah.
And this set is out of print now, so boxes are limited. Even the unlimited ones are limited.
True. Foil Crush Confidence there.
Still a favorite hero, right?
Yeah. Flock of the Featherwalkers. That brings back some memories as well. I mean, I really liked Red Flock of the Featherwalkers in Constructed and in Limited. So I won the finals of a Road to Nationals with Red Flock of the Featherwalkers and a Warrior deck when Dash got really really big. It was kind of the start of pitch stacking. Dash was a really really hard matchup for Warrior. And Dash was destroying Warrior over and over and over, and I came to this realization that maybe I could set up some like huge turn against Dash that they couldn't stop, and that's how I could beat them. And in the finals of a Road to Nationals against Jacob Pearson, he was playing Dash, and I set up an end turn that went Flock of the Featherwalkers into Flock of the Featherwalkers, I think into another Flock of the Featherwalkers, into Enlightened Strike, into an Enlightened Strike or something like that. Like this like ridiculous turn to finish the game off versus him, or to just kill him out of nowhere in Warrior versus Dash in the finals. And it was
also a once in a lifetime combo. Right?
Yeah, it was a once in a lifetime combo. So spent the whole game setting it up and managed to just pull it off. Because he was hard dash control, blocking and giving me all the time in the world. So tried it out, pulled it off, and it was great. Sink below, that brings back a memory. So this was my first spoiler. When Welcome to Rathe was coming out, as LSS do now, they sent out spoilers, mostly to the stores, and I was running Card Merchant at the time, and this was our spoiler, was Sink Below. So it was really cool to talk about that one and reveal that card. Crazy to think there was a time before Welcome to Rathe. We just had Ira decks and we were still playing the game, waiting for this set to come out.
Oh,
we got our spoilers and stuff. We were playing the game with Ira Welcome decks.
Okay.
So,
how much time was that? Or did you have to bridge?
Maybe like 2 or 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, a couple months. So we had the world premiere event, which like maybe was 100 people or something like that, playing for $1,000, and we all got like playmats and stuff like that, and playing with the Ira Welcome decks, and that's how we all got introduced to Flesh and Blood. And for the next month or 2 or even 3, I can't remember, we were we had our Ira Welcome decks, and we'd just have some games, same matchup, same thing every time. Energy Potion. This was one of the best cards in Welcome to Rathe as well. It was so big, being able to just like
extra resource.
Just like block a bunch or like attack you with like some Kadachis and stuff, and at the end of the chain, like you've got a thing and they have to worry about Master Momentum, so they like overblock or like block out your things you don't care about, and then you just slam Energy Potion. And then you when you get a couple Energy Potions in play, you set up for this like really big combo Ninja Katsu turn with it, right? So it was really really cool. We'll put this as one of the cards as well. I know it's just a rare, just a foil rare, but it's such a special card from that set that I think it's kind of cool. So maybe I'll put that as one of the nominations. Steel Blade Shump was another one. Yeah, so I think Nick Butcher really broke the Welcome to Rathe format, I feel, with his Warrior control deck. So it never really saw the light of day. It never really saw much publicity. He top 8'd the calling with it, and then lost an unfortunate spot versus Sasha. But yeah, his warrior control deck was absolutely ridiculous. Like, it was near the end of the format. I think Arcane Rising came out like pretty soon after that, so it never really saw the publicity that it deserved. But yeah, Nick played like a hard control fatigue warrior deck with last ditch efforts, Steelblade Shunts, and Sigil of Solace and whatnot. And I truly believe that deck was broken. Oh, and here we go. The card. We got Findale's Spring Tunic. So,
Brilliant.
you know, the card that started it all.
This is good.
How perfect is that for this box opening, right? Look at that. Foil Findale's Spring Tunic. So, oh, it's really nice.
Appears to be gradable, I heard.
Yeah, definitely gradable. I mean, we always look at like the corners of these cards and stuff, because like fab corners can be up and down, but these are pretty good. It's like a small little nick down here, and like minor whitening there, but pretty good. Yeah, overall, and the surface looks stunning. So yeah, it's a nice tunic.
Careful sleeving.
Yep, nicely sleeved.
And nominated.
Yeah, very, very well centered tunic as well. Centering's really good on that one. So yeah, I think overall, stunning card. What a good one to open as well, eh? How cool is that? Alright, so Blood Rush Bellows. Yeah, I mean, I think the consensus pretty much was that this was the most powerful card in the game. You know, the fact that you could get +2 to everything for the turn, and that you drew 2 cards for 1 card on a pitch, it was just way above Raid. Nothing ever matched this on Raid, I think. Until Art of War came out in Arcane Rising, I think this was the best card in the game, but just the restriction is that you could only play it in Brute. Brute was criminally underplayed in Welcome Array.
It was.
Yeah, I think people were too scared of like rolling dice with the scab skins and, you know, the kind of variance factor going on there. So, you know, you didn't have gambler's gloves back then. There's Snatch, good old Snatch. And so it was a little bit scary to play a deck, but I feel that like you just didn't really have to roll that often, or like barely ever. You could do just rolling when you were behind. But yeah, a lot of people just stayed away from Brute because they felt that was kind of the variant.
For a game which proclaimed that variance wouldn't matter that much.
That was the deck that added some variance into the game. So yeah, I was very much a warrior player. I wish I'd played some Brute back in the day. Back in the day. I think take me back to Welcome Array meta, and I think I could have played like a heavy defense reaction, like block Brute deck that just like kind of keeps its life total quite high, and then just sets up a couple really big turns. Red Flock of the Featherwalkers. All right, we're down to the last pack. Let's do this.
Oh, we've got a big hit. Can't go wrong anymore.
Yeah, definitely happy with that one. So, alright. And the final pack magic. What do we got? Quicken Token, Helm, Sigil, and Foil Staunch Response. Such another really big card. In the limited format, this was huge because a lot of limited, like, fatigue was a very real thing. It wasn't just a game about getting your opponent's life total to 0. It was like either get their life total to 0 or their deck size to 0, right? And Welcome to Rathe, there was a lot more. It was a lot grindier. There was a lot more blocking. And this card represented, you know, multiple cards worth of blocks. Like this is as much as a block 3 and 2 block 2s, which is like 3 whole cards for 1. So real big
it's
card
like
in
the
the
big
limited
no.
format.
It's like
no. Big no. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we we got some cool stuff.
Your nominees?
I think these 3. I think these 3 are going to be my nominees here. We'll put that energy potion into a sleeve. I think the foil Showtime, and the energy potion. Let's put those up. I'm sure the tunic's got to be in there.
We're doing that. Okay. All right, Matt. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for inviting me. It was really fun to kind of go back in time with you on Welcome to Rathe, where it all began.
Pleasure and an honor. I remember you were one of the first deck introductions or deck guides I consumed back then. That was. It's also my memory of this.
Did you read the article? from Magic to Flesh and Blood, what hero should I play?
No.
You read that one? Okay, that was my first ever article. So that one went up in Channel Fireball over 2 years ago now, and I think it was maybe around about when Arcane Rising came out. It was after Arcane Rising actually, and it was just talking about the similarities between Magic and Flesh and Blood, and what
I gotta read it up.
Kind of what heroes or style of play you liked in other card games, and how that transitions over to Flesh and Blood.
And also, if you haven't read it yet, check it out. It's still online, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you can dig it up in the archives there. It'll be on Channel Fireball. Look up Fab with Matt.
Take your own journey back in time, check the article and everything in between. We are looking forward to a brilliant future after this week's event, I'm sure of it. And thanks for going back and moving forward with that. Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Arriving at the very beginning, we have reached the end of our journey. Let's see what fate has served us with. The Welcome to Rathe box gave us one of the best possible pulls in the set, a Fjendled Spring Tunic Rainbow Foil. Also added was a Showtime Rainbow Foil, a super rare of the set, and an Energy Potion. These 3 cards complete our raffle pool. And with the raffle pool complete, it's finally time to take a look at the total results. In total, it's 26 cards, among them First Edition Gambler's Gloves Crucible of War, a Fjendled Spring Tunic, Rainbow Foil Legendary, 2 other Cold Foil Legendaries, a Stalagmite and an Alluvian Constellas. So, what's next? As this video is published, we are right in the middle of ProQuest Season 3, keeping everybody excited and busy, especially at LSS. Meanwhile, our cards rest safely right at LSS headquarters. I am very confident that once the season has finished and the dust is settled, we will proceed with the raffle and finally get the auction scored. As I cannot give exact time frames for these events, I hope you will bear with me and give the process some more time to ferment. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and sub this channel to get an update on what's still to come. For now it's time to part. Thank you all for dedicating your time to watching these apps and becoming a part of the journey yourselves. Special thanks to all co-hosts who took valuable time out of their schedules and words to give the openings that extra bit of spice, remembering and commemorating the first 3 years in Flesh and Blood on site in San Jose. And also thanks to Zach and Alex for doing it afterwards. That's it from me for now. Bye bye.
Oh, that was good.
Tongue's twisted. Yeah, thanks, man.
Look at that. We got a tunic.
We got a tunic. Yeah.
Oh, couldn't have scripted that better.